We are off. Browns kicking off versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. In a good stop on the return here. Browns defense will get the nod here to start the game. It's going to be interesting to see how this defense responds. A lot of people, I think, have been criticizing the defense this week. I don't know. I think the defense was fine last week, but we'll see how they perform this week. By the way, we got 300 people in here. I'm grateful for every single one of you. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. He's the tight end with Evan Ingram, a late stretch. First throw of the game over the middle. They got stick over the middle. The 23-year-old, second year at Penn State. So for the Jags, Evan Ingram mentioned his hamstring injury in pregame warm-up. All right. So that's the adjustment for Doug Peterson and company.
And it's a big adjustment because, to your point, hamstring and
everything sound good.
You don't get to come up with a different plan. They're going to run the same offense that
they
came into this with or without.
Second down, one to go. All right, good stop there, Delpit and JOK. Something to notice here. JOK, first player on the Cleveland Browns wearing one of those Guardian caps. Now, there's been a lot of confusion about what those Guardian caps are good for, what the use case has been announced for, and what hasn't. Really going to be useful for players who play in that front seven, right, and on the line of scrimmage. So you're talking about defensive linemen, offensive linemen. You're talking about linebackers. Anybody who's going to be crashing in the trenches a lot. Makes sense because it minimizes the little small contacts on the head. And got a false start. All right. Jacksonville derailed themselves a little bit. There it is. What? They gave us a neutral zone? Oh, he tagged him.
You saw that slight flinch. What I love is Miles just pointing to the other side of the field. Like, hey, I caught one.
All right. Let's get him on this set.
Trying to get a snap, trying to get a jump on that.
Nah, that was a neutral zone. He tagged Miles.
5-yard penalty results in a first down. 11 penalties last week for Cleveland.
There you go. Always remember, too, the team's first drive is always going to be their best drive versus this Browns defense.
You talked about trying to avoid the
usually. Got Alex Wright out there early. I know Zadarius Smith is active today, but it is interesting that he's not out there early.
Who is not going to go 0-2 to avoid that, where we're trying to say how much they can get into the playoffs? And we're looking at that right there. Martin Emerson and the rookie, Brian Thomas Jr. They said he's a real quiet guy, but we saw last week he was face-to-face with Jalen Ramsey.
All right, let's get charged up now.
Going at it with this Cleveland Browns secondary.
Somebody who turns it on in game situations. Again, flinch on the right side. 2nd and 5. Easy end. Put a blocker in front.
There it is. 3rd and 7. Let's get charged up. Let's get charged up. Let's go defense.
We've seen Miles lined up on that left side of the Cleveland Browns defense so far. He felt like yesterday that was the weakness, and he'd be playing a little bit more.
Like that, like showing life. Let's get him off the field here.
3rd down now here, 3rd and 7. What looks does Jim Schwartz show? Does he show pressure? He said yesterday he's going to try to mix up the looks on Trevor as much as possible.
All right, we're going man here, so we're trying to get pressure.
Third down, rush of 5. Lawrence's time unleashes.
Nothing. Get him off the field. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good start by the defense here. Good start by the defense. Like that. They came out aggressive. They had a little bit of fight in them. Not willing to be pushed around. Gets the 3 and out. Trevor makes a decision there. So good. All right, offense. Now, this is where it matters. Offense, by any means necessary, has to be better this week. It's got to be so much better this week. All right. So we're going to see him for the first time. And look, there's not going to be a lot of excuses being made for this offense because it can't be what it was. Now, you did get a good block. Don't touch it. Run. So he had a lane there, but he didn't catch it clean. So he didn't get the lane there. But all right, man, when we come back, we're going to see Deshaun. And it's got to look different for Deshaun right here. It's got to look different. Hey, man, one thing we never going to do in this chat on this stream is come in to a football game with a defeatist attitude. I know a lot of y'all got real comfortable being real defeatists. You're not about to do that, all right? Browns have a chance to win any game they play in. So let's get that up. Let's get barking. Offense has to be better. Why did we waive Darden? I don't know. Probably something that the special teams coach didn't like that what he did about what he did. Like there was like a lot of, you could see if you watch the game back, a couple of times Darden returns a ball and the special teams coordinator is like yelling at him. So I think he probably wasn't doing shit he was supposed to do. And that wasn't on the returner. Like, that was just a good punt. Can they just do a good thing? They had a good punt right there. And offense gets the ball at the 10. We'll see what they do. I think they're going to have to run the ball a little bit more than throwing it, to be honest. I know a lot of people coming into this game expecting that you're going to throw the ball a million times. I think the Browns learned they're not a great team when they have to throw the ball 40 times under Stefanski. It's never been their strength. So they're going to have to commit to the run game somewhat, at least a little bit more than what they did. Mighty says, peace offering Q, been a rough week. Absolutely been a rough week for Browns fans. But you know what? A win here would make a lot of things feel a lot different. Yeah, they covered well. It was just a good punt. And it's unfortunate they got a good punt there for the Browns because they did a really good job on the left side sealing up that gun. So there was going to be space there for Prochet. It's just he punted it out of it, so it doesn't matter. So I mean, good job by Jacksonville's punter. That's why they're on the team. Woo. Let's get it. Back from commercial. Thanks for doing the stream. Q at work. My only way to watch the game. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Egg Dripper.
Look at that. On June 25th, Jacksonville City Council voted in favor of renovating the city-owned stadium that had been the home of the Jaguars for nearly 30 years.
All right, let's go, D. Go, Deshaun. Go offense. Gonna start out. We're gonna run this ball here. Deontay Foreman. Little toss sweep. Something there. There we go. There we go. I like it. I like it. Told you. Run the ball. It's gonna have to happen today.
Deshaun Watson, yesterday was his 29th birthday.
Watson just has to be almost average, and the Browns win this game. Defense is too good from Sammy Football. He has to be average, at least. Oh, you got some tight coverage here on Coop. There you go. Much better. Much better. We're already doing better. A first down. We're already doing better. Quickness, good feet, makes a decision, throws a strike. There we go. It's a lot better than what we saw against Dallas. Just one throw in. All right, let's keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Thanks for all you do, Q. Waking up. Already know you dropped the bid. Love from Duluth, Minnesota. Good run. That's exactly what the Browns need on first down. They stay ahead of the sticks. They're going to be able to move this ball. From John Porter, appreciate you. Shout out to Duluth, Minnesota, man. Don't y'all make like jeans in Duluth? Like Duluth is known for being like a manufacturing giant for something. But yeah, Duluth. Shout out to Duluth. All right, like that they were two runs. They've been able to run it at a decent clip for both times. Jerome Ford now checking in the game. We got Elijah Moore in at fullback right now. So a little interesting look here. He's going to flash out here to wide, do some pre-snap motion. The Browns going to drop back. Watson going to toss it off the forward, and he gets about nothing there. It's going to be 3rd and 5.
The nose tackle is 5th year from Ohio State. Jags defense, it always starts with their bookend pass rushers.
So they tried to get him moving a little bit, but it didn't work there. All right, Watson, you're going to have to make a play here.
Trying to show you, hey, in order to beat us, we're going to be physical and aggressive.
No Tyson Campbell, no Darnell Savage in the secondary in this game for Jacksonville. 3rd down.
Good throw. Elijah Moore. Okay. This is better. This is significantly better from Watson. See, decisive, making a decision, throwing the football. It's not anything amazing, but keep in mind, I mean, the Browns went 3 and out last week as much as they did when Johnny Manziel played in his rookie year. So this is a giant improvement. But still, got to see it all game. Look at that. Clean feet. Top of his drop. He's staying in the pocket. He's not getting pressured out. James Hudson doing a good job holding up here on this drive.
And a 3-for-3 start from Watson. Last completion on 22 yards. For the running back, they reverse.
Nice little reverse. There's space. Oh, he made a play, but that looked like it's going to be a flag on us. There was space there. I think Buster Brown busted the play. Look here. So on the replay, you're going to see Jerry Jeudy gets this thing up front. And, oh, James Hudson? No, somebody just misses a wide receiver. Holding. Now, here's where we're going to really be able to see if Deshaun Watson's truly been able to do some more stuff that he was not able to do against Dallas. Last week when we fell behind the sticks, we could not get any chunk plays to get us back within range. Now you're going to be in a 2nd and 20. So let's see if Deshaun can get us back in range. You're almost most certainly going to have to throw this thing to get back in. It's going to be a big test early on, 1st and 20 for Deshaun here. They're going to run the ball, try to give him a 2nd and 15. But they're stacking that box here. That was on point. Cooper just didn't catch it. That was on point right there. Coop's got to catch that. Coop's been looking a little sluggish to start this one. I'm not going to lie to you. That's the 2nd time I've watched his release, and it's been slower. He might just be aging.
That ball off of the receiver.
Darby 16 in 10 years. 13 in 3 years. For Baltimore a season ago, Denver in 2022. Holding penalties.
Got to get us back in range here, D. Oh, what a catch by Jerry Jeudy. Well, that's what you wanted. There we go. There we go.
Stick to it in this. I love that, Chris. That's a great way.
There we go. Look at this play here. This is classic Deshaun Watson right here, right? Waits. Nothing really in structure. They got Amari Cooper doubled up here. Throws this thing here. It's a 50-50 ball. It's a real tight coverage thing, and you just got lucky there with Jerry Jeudy making a play on it. But last week, the wide receivers didn't make a play on the football to save their lives. Now you got it there. Downfield. There we go. Now he's in a rhythm. This is so much better than last week. Here we go.
We saw Dante Foreman early on getting the carry. We see now Jerry Jeudy
Boom.
a pass at him. You can tell Stefanski has come into this game, and we call it scripted plays, your first 15, of trying to get the ball out fast and get it into your playmaker's hands.
Let's get a run going here. You got the push. Here we go. First down. Nice push. All right, let's finish this drive here. Look, you done took 6 minutes off the clock here. Start the game. This is a great first drive here from the Cleveland Browns offense. This is This is replicatable success, right? We talk about having a big play and getting a big chunk play here and there and being able to go downfield because of that. And that's not the most replicatable thing in the world. But this right here, a long 20 play or 15 play drive, that's replicatable.
But then somebody's going to need to step up and make a play.
This will be the 10th play of the opening drive for Cleveland. Play clock winds down.
Got to get off.
Watson gets it off. Foreman.
All right. 3 yards on first down. You're fine with it. It's going to be like a 2nd and 8 or a 2nd and 7.
Jacksonville Jaguars defense.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Crazy how moving down the field when Watson isn't being hit. Brother, there were times we can't start acting like we're gonna make excuses for last week, bro. That's one thing we're gonna keep it real when he play well. We're gonna keep it real when he don't play well. And let's keep it real, Prince. He did not play well last week, and yeah, sometimes he was getting hit, but that wasn't every time. Let's keep it real. 45 pass attempts. He only got hit 17 of them. He's got the first. He's got the first. There it is. That's the Jordan Akins we've been waiting to see since we signed him in Houston. There it is. Clean pocket. Good job. Way to hold up.
To David Njoku, with him out, Akins is a guy that Deshaun Watson told us he has really good receiving ability. A big guy that can absolutely.
All right, let's finish this drive now.
Like we said, they're getting guys involved as they're marching this ball down the field. Extra offensive lineman in the game right there for them.
You know, I'm starting to think if you play center, that must mean you can't move well in space. Like you a guard that can't move well in space because Nick Harris is clumsy and so is Ethan Posick, and I just think that might be part of it. Because, man, Nick Harris falls down immediately trying to go down this seat. All right, come on.
And figure out how to be the guy, and having a guy like Foreman to kind of go in there and show him some stuff helps.
Waiting for Nick Chubb, who's on the physically unable to perform list. Pierre Strong is in at running back to the left of the formation. Watson's pressure.
All right. Let's get it back here. It's only what? 3rd and 12? Let's get it back.
Hines, Allen, you said it. The one thing they want to do is they call it crush
Yeah,
the pocket.
Joel. So what happened on that play is actually Joel gave up the sack pressure, right? That Davion hit Hamilton up the middle. That gave up the sack pressure. Josh Hines and Allen really just cleaned up on that one. So that's on Joel. Joe gets pushed back all the way into the quarterback's lap. Cannot happen. Let's get something in the end zone.
Maneuvers to the left. This is where he's a playmaker. Off balance throw is complete, but shy of the first.
Do you go for it? Flag on the play.
There is a flag. It's David Bell on the catch.
Pass interference. Still got a decision to make.
Stands would be about 2 yards shy of the first. Let's hear from Adrian Hill.
Wow. Huge. All right. Got to score. Got to get 7 now. Let's get 7. That's big time. That's big time right there. Yeah, it goes low after the throw. I mean, that's close. That's real close. It must be where the helmet was, right? Like it's in that midsection area. Good throw there to David Bell, too, for Deshaun.
He didn't hit Watson in the head or neck area. He didn't even make contact with his helmet. But they're saying the fact that the crown of his helmet was down.
Yeah.
Going towards Watson.
This has something to do with where that helmet was pointed.
To continue this drive and set up a 1st and goal. Got an extra offensive lineman in. Nick Harris.
Ooh, fumbled.
Is that reminiscent of what happened to Jacksonville?
Woo! Okay. Boy.
Sometimes it doesn't. Cleveland Browns extremely lucky.
Woo! Woo! Put your own forward in the game, man. Oh my God. That happens though with the first few weeks of the season. Running backs get hit harder than they're used to getting hit, so sometimes it happens.
16 play of the drive.
They're gonna run Deshaun up the middle here, and he's in. Touchdown. Wow. I mean, you took up most of the first quarter. That was an amazing drive there from the Browns offense. Needed that. And I think Deshaun needed that one bad. Wow, what a drive there. What a response to last week there for this one. Wow. Yeah, you knew. So here's how you knew Deshaun was going to go up the middle from just how the play call played out. They started with the running back in the backfield. Once they motion all of that out, they go clear empty. They're not going to run like 8 route combinations in 5 yards in the end zone. What they're doing that for is to see what you're lined up in defensively, spread you out, and then get a snap right off of that spread. So it's just mano on the offensive line, and then you can just take on and get through the A-gap that way. And you see right here on the replay, he gets through the A-gap, just slides through it. It's basically a quarterback sneak from the shotgun position. A 16-play, 89-yard, 9-minute drive. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted to see, that kind of success from the offense. Deshaun Watson has about almost as many passing yards in that one drive than he did last week. You saw the run game be able to get going downhill a little bit, right? It wasn't amazing, but you saw some success there. A lot of connections really with Deshaun Watson to Elijah Moore. This is what you want to see from the Cleveland Browns offense. This is what you want to see from Kevin Stefanski and Ken Dorsey from a play calling perspective, right? We talked about it. Watson was that bad last week, but it wasn't just Watson that failed him. The offensive line failed him as well. The head coaching staff failed him, and Deshaun Watson failed himself last week. We can't sugarcoat what happened last week, but what we can do is improve off of it. And that was definitely an improvement. Those are the drives that are perfectly complementary to how our defense plays. And look at the difference, Ray Rags, right? Last week, we kept giving the defense the ball back after drives that took maybe 45 seconds off the clock. Now we're giving the defense another chance to go out there after 9 minutes of rest. It's going to be so much different. One more says, 4 can't win me over, but this team has got me back like an ex I can't give up on. Let's go Browns. And hey, look, that performance might make people from week 1 might make people out on Deshaun Watson no matter what. I've said this. He has to be undeniable to win everybody back. Like, undeniable. Can't be debatable whether he's good or not. He has to be undeniable at this point. You can't put together 3 performances in 12 games like that and think that it's just going to be cool if you play decent, right? He's got to be undeniable to win people back. But that's a good step in improving, because that kind of drive at that point of the game, that's exactly what you wanted to see from the quarterback position right here, right? I was critical of Deshaun Watson all week because he played that bad this week. But when he plays better, I'll give him credit. You know, I'm not about to just push an agenda on y'all. Kevin Robinson says maybe last week was a result of no preseason. I think last week was a result of a lot of things, preseason included. But it wasn't just one thing that made that poo-poo sandwich come to earth on offense. It was a lot of things that made that sandwich come to earth. All right, let's get some defense going now.
So look at Tulsa King Season 2 official trailer. Dustin Hopkins. First kick did not go into the end zone. This one does. So it through the end zone, touchback, 30-yard line. Coming up at halftime of our second game today, don't miss a special look at Tulsa King Season 2 official trailer. Tulsa King Season 2 starring Sylvester Stallone is now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
But now you're not. So now this second drive is going to be important for Watson as well. I mean, now they know, okay, this is how you're going to go and attack. They can make some adjustments off of that. Let's see if Watson can play quarterback now. All right, Trevor Lawrence out there, second time here. Luke says, Jags like, wait a minute, we've been hustled. Who knows? ETN out wide. You're not going to beat the Browns consistently trying to stretch them out wide. You're just not going to beat this defense. We're too fast. And the Jaguars decided that they wanted to go and piss off the Browns. Like they're constantly doing stuff. Like if you watch the game, watch closely after the play, they're constantly like kneeling at the Browns, trying to push them, like get them all. Like they're negging the Browns right now, and it doesn't make any sense. Like you're trying to piss them off. I wouldn't want to do that. Dog check. Let's go, Q. Absolutely. Let's go.
We got something other than that with these
Great start for you for the offense and the defense. Let's continue it. Play action here. Browns stick with it. And almost an interception by Denzel Ward.
The interception as he powered through Gabe Davis around midfield.
That's a great breakup. Look, we worried about this team's ability to defend and play action. That's a good key, right? They get it. They roll with the right side and almost get an interception off of it. They're focused. They're locked in today.
what we're seeing right there. Ward was able to put his foot in the ground and battle with him.
All right, 3rd and 5 here. Let's get them off the field.
So 16 plays right for Cleveland.
This is the response what was needed and expected. Got to keep it consistent. Great first series for the offense and defense from Fred Himes. Absolutely. All right, the Browns showing heavy blitz. They send 4. And Lawrence just misfires there. I mean, there wasn't that much space to complete that, but Lawrence goes 3 and out. Browns offense gets back. You wonder if the Browns offense needed a little bit more time to recover after a 9-minute drive like that. Like you wonder if they were hoping, hey, man, get a couple first downs. Let us breathe a little bit, but the defense doesn't give them any time to breathe. They go 3. The offense goes 3 and out for Jacksonville. The Browns are getting this ball right back, and after a 9-minute drive where they weren't the first possession in the first quarter, they're going to get the ball back in the first quarter, and they almost get a block punt.
From the 11. Number 11.
Get down, get down, go. Oh, good cut. Good return. 25. There we go.
A 16-play try for the Browns on their first drive. What do they have for an encore?
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guac. It's
All right.
new kind of
So,
brisket done the Chipotle
3 possessions into this game, and the Browns defense looks exactly like what we think the Browns defense. I know people try to convince you that all you need to do, and like I need to address this, man, because there are a lot of like people I respect that are even going with this. People are telling you that all you need to do to beat the Browns defense is run a couple end arounds. And I can't express how silly that theory is, because what team has end around the Cleveland Browns to death? You can get a drive maybe off the Cleveland Browns and score off an end around. Sure. You can get a drive off the Cleveland Browns off a big play, right? There are going to be ways that you can exploit this defense for maybe a drive or 2, but we're talking about consistent, sustained success. Score percentages over 50%. You're not going to get that simply because you run a couple end arounds. That's silly. That's silly. And people trying to throw out how the Browns defense played in the 3rd quarter of that game because Dallas took their foot off the gas. It's just not true. It's just not true. We can't let one thing spiraling downhill convince us that everything is bad. Like, that's not good. When your a free preview of the Sunday ticket expires, unfortunately, I paid that expensive ass amount for that Sunday ticket package. But yeah, I disagreed with all the crazy takes we were hearing from, people who I tend to think know what they're talking about how the Browns defense looked awful against Dallas. It was just not true. Dallas had 14 drives in that game. 10 of them mattered, and they only scored on 2. And the one time they got a field goal that was kind of the Browns defense's fault, they started to drive like 10 yards out of range, and they got a field goal out of it. The Browns defense was great last week. They're continuing to be great this week. And let's see if this offense can be on this trend that they started last year. They didn't play below expectations. They gave up 2 scoring drives. Again, they gave up 17 points versus one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. And people are trying to tell me they went under expectations. Like, the Browns ain't going to pitch a shutout every week, y'all.
I was too busy studying to.
With 17 points, I mean, the Browns scored 17 points. Let's go.
Swipe left, swipe right.
All right, 127 left in the first. Watson drops here. He's going to take a deep shot to Coop. He misses. Wasn't really open there. I feel like Ward is playing the best I've seen him so far. It's only been 5 quarters, but he has jumped like 4 passes, and the receivers had to fight him off. Yeah, I mean, Ward's just that guy when he's healthy. I don't know if he's playing the best football he's ever had. He's just playing like Denzel Ward. Let's get the run game going. Don't forget about the run game because you had some success throwing it, right? Let's get this run game going still.
And the temperature, 80 degrees plus, humid, muggy. Second down.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, Jerome. Good shit, Jerome. Way to get downhill. There we go.
For the Jaguars.
Again, I said this all week. People called me crazy. I think you can run against Jacksonville. I really do. You're going to have to play balance to play Cleveland Browns football. That's what it is. We got to play balance.
You're looking at the running back. He showed you something. You get up the block that way, and next thing you know, he jump cuts and he's out the door.
He's checking to something. There you go. Good run by Foreman. All right. I'll be about 5 yards on first down.
Browns do not need to run another play.
Yeah, let this now. This is smart here by Kevin. You want to run this down, run this down, run this down, run this down. Do not snap a play off here.
Rush into the ball here. I can see them just
I would not
jump off sides.
Yeah, don't run a play off here. Let your offensive linemen get a breather here because you've been doing a lot of running the ball, a lot of long pass sets. Let them get a breather here. Don't snap this. Take it to the first quarter. Flip field. You're only going 20 yards anyway. So that's good there. Like that. Woo. That's better.
Your money back.
All right, man. So far, so good. I mean, even this set, they haven't gone 3 and out. They're moving the ball. They're on a 2nd and 5 here. They can get this break because I was worried because of how quickly the Jaguars offense got off the field. I'm like, hey, did they have enough time to get recovered there? Now you're going to get the quarter break here, so you're going to get at least a couple minutes to catch your breath here. Yeah, there's rain expected in Jacksonville. But, yeah, none of your business says, here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Roof, roof. Let's get it. But that's going to be something that you want this team to do. Just be able to run that ball consistently, get some things over top with Deshaun, but play patient, right? Like, it's just what it is. It's too high revolution. This is how you got to play quarterback now. This is how you got to play football. And this is a much, much better game here for the Browns than last week. Much, much better game and better start to this game here. But yeah, you need that quarter break because I could just look. I was looking at the offensive line. I'm like, Posick, Wyatt, they're all tired here. So they needed that break. DW4, lock in 100%. Hey, man, I said it before the game. We're at the point now where the Browns needed better quarterback play no matter what. Any means necessary. And right now, Deshaun's providing better quarterback play. So, all right, let's do it. So that's all. That's all. That's all Browns fans want is good quarterback play. We've dealt with a lot over the last 4 years to get good quarterback play. That's all we want. Have a good quarterback playing football there. Playing good quarterback play. That's all we need. By the way, how many people we got up in here, man? How many people we got up in here and how many likes do we have going on? We got 1,100 people in here. Let me hit the applause button for that. Which one is that? Is that this one? No, that's funky. Okay, no, that's jazz. Okay, here we go. Applause. Let's go. Let's go. We got a bunch of people up in here. Hit that like button, though. Hit that like button. Do you not like what you're seeing? Why not hit that like button? We got a $2 super chat. Aiden Hutchinson got 3 sacks in the first. Oh, Lord.
control the time of possession on a hot day in Jacksonville. David Bell's in that receiver for the Browns on second.
Play action. Good throw. That's it. David Bell. That's it. That's it.
A step behind.
You get that run game going. Now, all of a sudden, the play action starts to move those linebackers. You get a clear passing lane here. By the way, Small became a member. Shout out to you. But it just, the run game working does so much work for this team. 7 of 9, 83, 100 passing yard, and 1 rushing touchdown from DB Dog. Yeah, it's a significant improvement.
Go with that play, and it's a wide open window for Deshaun Watson to see exactly where he wants to go with the football.
Really been a masterfully called game so far for Cleveland.
Orbit screen. It's going to be a legal procedure. This coming back. This coming back. You're getting behind the sticks here. Yeah, I think they're going to call illegal procedure on the Browns here for the orbit screen.
Illegal shift offense number 3.
Yeah.
Third penalty for the Browns.
20, 10, 5,
First on offense, though.
Shabalala!
Well, no, second on offense. Oh, we got a 50 bomb. 50 bomb in the building. No, 90 bomb. Damn. Max says, thanks for the great content. You've been watching every live stream game. God bless. Let me make sure I got that name right. Nicky Road. Is it Nicky or Nick? Nick Road. My bad, Nick. It's real tiny on my screen right here. So, Nick Road, appreciate you for the 100 bomb. The Browns get that penalty yard. Oh, did Elijah Moore still on his feet? And they get the penalty yardage and back. And more back. Now they're in 2nd and 8. Like the live dog pound, absolutely. Who you know got a scoreboard? Who you know got this kind of scoreboard on their stream? I'm just letting you know. Like, who you know who gives you the real live update like that?
For Deshaun Watson, he can see what the coverage is, what exactly they're trying to do, and how the Jags are attacking them, and it lets him be able to make quick, decisive.
Somebody asked, do I think the Browns can go far this season? Let's just take it one game at a time, man.
Getting easy completions.
There you go, Jerome. Nice little run.
3rd down and short.
3rd and short.
Jeremiah Ledbetter, speaking of the depth of the Jaguars defense, seeing a lot of the second unit defensive line. You see Watson in his first 10 pass attempts.
I mean, Chris, this is unbelievable. You watched the game last week and what they were able to do on offense, specifically in the first half, and to see him 8 of 10 in this game and playing almost a flawless game so far for this offense. This has to be extremely encouraging.
3rd and 3. You got it. Good run. First down. That's a first. That's a first. Give us the spot. That's a first.
Knocking forward out of bounds.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Just keep it going. Keep it going. All right. Wonder what our 4th and inches game is. And Jameis is the QB sneak guy for those of you guys who are asking. Got it. Good job, Jameis. Damn. All right, got a whole yard. Let's go.
The first down on 4th. So how about that for the Jameis Winston round debut? Comes in for a sneak.
Everybody healthy? Everybody healthy coming out of that? Cool.
Moves the chains.
Here you go, Jameis.
10, 5, touchdown!
Oh, we got another 50 bomb from Charles, who says, appreciate all the content. Keep doing you. Keep doing what you do, bruh. Appreciate you, Mr. Charles.
Jameis comes in there, is able to pick up the easy first down on the QB.
Thank you for the 50 bomb, man. Thank y'all for all the love. It's been a rough-ass week to be a Browns fan, and I know it's been hard just to get to this game here, but appreciate the love here. Is that going to be an incomplete pass? It's better if it's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, it's an incomplete pass. Cool. The scoreboard is nasty. Love the live watch. You rock Q from Tampa with love. Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate you, Matt. Appreciate all y'all for sending them super chats in, man. Super important. Wait, they saying it's a fumble? No, it's got to be 2nd and 10. If you saying it wasn't a fumble, it's an incomplete pass. Get the ball back on the mark. Can't be no 2nd and 12. What are you doing?
Drawing up a gem so far for the Browns to lead by 7.
Is that a TV timeout, or did the Browns have to call that timeout? The entire team seems like they're playing with more heart today. They're playing with more confidence in what they're expected to do, I think. Like, it's just that simple. Like, they hadn't played in the preseason before that, and this is making a difference. I think there's a lot of things making a difference, right? Deshaun's playing a much better game. So when you get behind the sticks, Deshaun's made a couple of plays to get you back ahead of the sticks. Jerry Jeudy's made a couple of plays to get you back ahead of the sticks, right? Like, they're just playing a better football game overall, offensively, especially. They're just playing better football here.
Fatigue, muscle pain, headache, and joint pain.
Love to see it. You love to see it.
RSV?
Yeah. So what did they call that? Did they call it a fumble? Or did they say he caught, his momentum was none, and then he fumbled afterwards? What was that? What ended up being the final call on that? Because if it's 2nd and 12, they're saying he caught it. But the ball came out.
This is the story of a tight connection, and you're holding the plane? For good.
Something amazing is happening at Winston B&B. Or, of course, I'm so excited I could die all over again. Ghosts, the new season begins October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week on CBS, and streamed on Paramount Plus.
The NFL on CBS streams live on Paramount Plus all season long.
So they're going to keep it at 2nd and 12.
ParamountPlus.com/NFL to sign up today.
DeWan's leaving the game.
Check up on him. So Jermaine Betty gets a larger role for the Browns. This on 2nd and 12. Watson runs around the playmaking quarterback. Dives to the 30.
All right, gets it to a 3rd and short.
Houston, Deshaun Watson. When is that style coming back? That's a lot of what we saw in Houston.
And I think the thought process for Stefanski, for Dorsey, is like, hey, Deshaun, let's make the easy plays and your natural ability to take over in those moments.
The Browns quick to the line of scrimmage, and it causes Jacksonville to
Call a timeout.
We'll be back in 30 seconds after this.
All right, so Jacksonville calls another timeout. Browns in the 3rd and short. They must have saw something that they liked there, that they knew they could get off on them. But 3rd and short here. We'll be back in about 30 seconds to the game at least. Nice little run there by Watson. Who's 65? That's a Fetty, right? It's got to be a Fetty. Got to be a Fetty. We'll see. It doesn't look like DeWan is seriously injured. I think he's just going to the 10. All right, we back.
Here early in the second quarter, at 3rd down and 6 coming up. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Their other drive was 16 plays, finished off by a 1-yard touchdown run from Watson. On 3rd,
Send all the pressure. Got him. Oh, cool. Cool. You got to catch it. gotta catch that, Coop.
The Browns have
Coop, that was there, bro.
I know you're going to be in this thing. There's no way that you can drop that.
That's Coop. That's 100%. That's the second time Coop's dropped some shit, and it's 100% on Coop.
It continues. Broncos only.
All right. Well, you got the field goal, so good drive there. I mean, you're absolutely murdering Jacksonville on time of possession right now, so that's good there. But Coop, man, what's going on with Amari Cooper? He's looked sluggish this whole game. Like, even when he's not getting the ball, that's the second drop he has, by the way. He dropped the pass earlier that Deshaun Watson had right to his hands on a slant. So that's 2 drops in this game. That's a drop last week. That was a couple drops last week. And I don't know. I want to give Coop the benefit of the doubt, but I'm starting to think he's lost a step. He's either lost a step or he's not playing well. But you usually don't get the inexplicable, weird Amari Cooper games back to back. And it's not just that he's dropping the passes. It's like, yo, he's not really able to hit that extra gear right now. That's what concerns me. Somebody just said we broke down a great core that had Jarvis Landry. Okay, where's Jarvis Landry playing football right now? Please shut up with this nonsense. All right, please. The Browns have done more with this core than anything that they've done with Baker Mayfield. And people are still like, oh, we should have kept Jarvis Landry. As if Jarvis Landry is getting 1,000 receiving yards. Where is he getting? Where is it? What was Jarvis Landry's last year of production at? Was it 2 years ago? Why are we still talking about Jarvis Landry? Jarvis Landry. Y'all blow my mind. You know, he ain't even in the league anymore. The man was at rookie mini camps trying out, and you talking about Jarvis Landry right now? Really? Like, if you're trying to make the argument that Amari Cooper is not better than Jarvis Landry, I need you to shut and never talk about football anymore. Just go in the corner. Sit in the corner. You're not in this conversation, big dog, if you think that Amari Cooper is not better than Jarvis Landry. Come on, man. Come on. Go on somewhere with that, bro.
Burger King.
Go on somewhere, bro. Little bro, lead chat with that, bro. Come on.
Touchdown, but no, he does not play for either one of those teams. That is my son, Caden reporting, and he is scoring touchdown because he has a great coach and myself show him exactly what to do on each and every play.
It didn't look like much coaching. Those jukes and those shimmies, that didn't even look fair.
He doesn't get it from his mom, Chris.
Dustin Hopkins. This one will be returned from the goal line.
Oh, football! Let's go! Let's go! Magical. What's the flag? Ooh, Bigsby down, bro. Ah.
Oh boy, so how about that? You make a big play on special teams, but a penalty on the new dynamic kickoff on the kicker. A lot more of that when we return.
Dustin Hopkins got the penalty? Dustin Hopkins got the penalty? What did Dustin get? How do you get that? What happened? No, I need to see the video evidence of this. How does the kicker get a penalty in that situation? I've never seen anything like what? Oh God, what is illegal formation? So I think to get illegal formation as a kicker or as a as the kicking team, illegal formation is if you move through the neutral zone before they catch the ball? There's no way he got up there that fast. We got to get this shit explained to us because I don't understand it. What in the world? How did he get illegal formation? Like, I need it explained. I need it explained. Not that it can't happen. I bet it's possible. Anything's possible, but need the explanation, right? And they need to get Mike Pierre in or whatever it is in here to explain all this.
I got mine together.
All right. He crossed the 50 too soon? You're telling me Dustin Hopkins kicked that ball and ran straight in the... Why was he doing that? Why did he do that? Dustin, what the fuck? Did he forget? So, he went over the 50. Did he go over the 50 like by accident, or was he like actually trying to make a play?
No such thing as slave.
Kickers, punters, and snappers should be immune to penalty, just like, come on, man. Well, they're active tacklers, so no, they're not. Okay, here we're going to get the explanation.
You can see him towards the right of your screen, the kicker for Cleveland.
Yes, and right here, he crosses the 50 before the ball is caught.
Oh, my God. That is stupid. They got to get – that's a bad rule. That's almost penalizing that.
So on that kickoff, there was a fumble that was recovered from Cleveland.
That is such a bad rule.
Yes, Tank Bigsby gets hit, and the ball comes loose. You're going to see him as he comes across, and that right there is Winston Reed brought up on the practice squad and trying to make an impact, knocks that ball loose, but it ends up not going back to the Browns because, as we explained, for Hopkins, the kicker, he cannot cross mid the ground. A player or a player in the landing zone, or if it lands in
It should be you can't be the kicker, cross midfield, and then touch a player on the other team, right? Like they got to adjust that rule because his natural momentum carried him over to 50. That can't be the rule. They got to make it. They got to modify that. Oh, here comes Miles, and he caught it and lost a yard. This is special teams coordinators figuring out the new kickoff rule as they figure out how to try to get away. Yeah, I just think this is just a weird quirk of the rule. Like they put that rule in there. You got to technically enforce it because it's new. But I think you got to add a caveat in there where it's like, hey, the kicker can't cross the 50 and then become involved in a tackle or look like they're going to be involved in a tackle. It has to be a judgment play because that had no effect on the play. There's no reason a penalty should be called there.
We had a career game in week 1, 73 yards on 12 carries. Davis right in the slot.
All right, third down.
Shy of the first down. A second to New York for an update. Nate Burleson. That's right. Here's one of the best highlights of the day. Hey, Jason, you know all about the corner post, right? This is Sam Darnold.
Hey, man, Minnesota just might have San Francisco's number because they up 10-0 on them again. They beat them last year. And they beating them right now with Samuel Darnold.
He hits Vikings up 10-0. Back to you guys.
Hey, I know all about it. I know I used to cover it, but not well enough. That's why I'm in the booth now.
I had a chance to stop him. All right, let's get him on this set. Don't give him field goal.
So right here hasn't been the big plays for Cleveland. Instead, the steady plays. And Jacksonville just hasn't had much time with the ball. You can see right there the first down numbers.
Well, last time we saw DeJuan Jones, he didn't have a helmet on, so I think it's probably concussion.
They're trying to get in rhythm. And that was a big one for them because they struggled in third and short a week ago. And that bled into fourth and short of not converting. So a big sign for them to get in and do so.
All right. The Browns did a cheat there. They put their linebacker and their safety on the opposite side, and they just guessed wrong on that one. Look at this. You see the overload. You see 9 and 6 on the other side. They run away from it. And then that leaves you Malik Jefferson at the edge there to kind of sew up that. And that's just, he's not fast enough to make that play downhill.
Yards from scrimmage, and he does a tremendous job in the open field.
Good hustle by Grant, ended up on that play when he was on the opposite side of it. They're going to go back to the run game here.
Johnson, the running back, gets the handoff to the former Brown. Gets to the 35.
All right, 2 yards there.
Take Bixby, the number 2 running back, just went off. Shoulder.
Stop him here.
He's questionable.
And I think Devin Bush is playing real stand-up linebacker right now.
Jaguar offense, but it's also big for their defense. They're finally getting a break in this game to go on the sideline and make adjustments and talk about what the Browns have been doing so far, bringing in extra offensive linemen in the game, screenplays, things that Deshaun Watson has done so far that have impacted them on that side of the ball.
Grant Delphin coming close to the line of scrimmage, a safety for the Browns right there. Second down, 7 to go.
Oh, picked off. Oh, Martin almost had it. Oh, damn. 3rd and 7, though. Get him in the set. Hey, the Browns corners are on Jacksonville right now. They really have a good idea for what Jacksonville wants to do offensively.
The ball has to come out fast, and Emerson did it on that.
Basically, are there certain quarterbacks as a defensive back where you can just read them a little bit better than others?
A lot of it has to do with Emerson knowing that
It's wet. Rain.
Doesn't matter to the quarterback.
Light rain starting to fall at now Trevor Banks Stadium. With Trevor Lawrence in the shotgun. Third down. He's for Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence.
Got to make the play there. You got to make the play when it's available in the backfield, right? They had a couple of opportunities to make the play back there. They missed on it. Maybe it's wet. Maybe it's slippery, whatever the excuse is. But you got to make those plays when they're back there, right? Because you miss those tackles on Trevor Lawrence. Next thing you know, it's 2 guys who can't be in the middle of the field. It's going to be wide open space. You got to make those plays. You got to slow him down a little bit more than that. Browns had 2 opportunities to kind of get them off the field with the interception and a fumble on the kickoff. And unfortunately, it looks like they're going to surrender at least 3 here.
Gets the timeout.
Delay of game. They didn't get the timeout in time, or
Peterson calling the timeout on the sideline. Jacksonville, they're set. And now Adrian Hill announces that.
let's see if we got an update on DeJuan Jones here.
His team on the doorstep. Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, join JV, Nate, Matt Ryan, Coach Tower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights.
Oh, okay. DeJuan Jones is just cramping. He's fine.
5:40 left, second quarter, and Trevor Lawrence with Jacksonville's biggest play so far in the game.
Chris, we talked about it in the open. The one thing that the Jaguars talked about as an entire team, offense and defense, this week is finished. They finally put together their first drive where they made plays, and now you're down here in the red.
You're giving them opportunities to make plays on this drive, so. There you go.
They call him J.O.K. And the one thing with this guy, Doug Peterson was fearful, and he said, you cannot replicate how fast he runs down the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great play there.
The speed that this guy has from his linebacker position to take off.
Browns' red zone defense last year and last week was not great, so they're trying to make a huge improvement. Watch run. Watch run. Watch quarterback run. They got a spy. Yeah, there you go. Good job, Hicks. Good job, Hicks. Way to play the spy there. Jordan Hicks was the spy the whole play right there. Does a good job of watching his hips, knowing what Trevor's trying to do there, and kind of blew that one up. Good job by Jordan Hicks.
Trevor Lawrence. Jordan Hicks right here on the screen. He's looking. He becomes the spy. So when Trevor Lawrence goes to take off, he actually has his eyes on him to stop him and force him to have to make a decision. Big third down here coming up. We saw Watson and the Browns in the red zone put the ball in the quarterback's hands to run it. I would expect him to look for Brian Thomas in the slot as he's motioning over across the formation right here.
Brett Strange on his side. And Doug Peterson again calls timeout.
Wow, they get delay of game.
Jaguars late in the operation, getting to the line of scrimmage. All right, what happened first? Timeout or the play clock hitting 0.
Jaguars cutting it close on this drive. Miscommunication.
By the way, it's all of Jacksonville's timeouts.
Trying to get it from the OC.
By the way, you can't be happy to use your timeouts like that. That is a mark on your coaching staff. You can't get the play call in, and you got to use your timeouts like that. I mean, people have the right to be furious with Doug Marrone on that one because, like, it's got to be cleaner than that. You can't have it that you have to waste all 3 of your timeouts on procedural stuff. Not one of these timeouts Jacksonville used were strategic.
The Verizon halftime report. Join JB, Nate, Matt Ryan, Coach Tower for all the latest NFL scores and highlights.
Have we seen Za'Darius all game? Is he not playing?
Down in goal. Lawrence a 33-yard run to get him in this position. See that. Lost 6 of their last 7, dating back to week 13 last year. The only win in that stretch against Carolina. Could it finish in week 1?
No, Za'Darius is out there. Missed it. Wow. You got to see, now that is a drive you're disappointed to walk away with from a field goal. Because, boy, did you get every break in the world in order. Like, that drive is not one I'm worried about with the defense. Because the Jaguars offense, better yet, got every break in the world during that drive, and they only got 3 points. That's not good for them, right? Like, every break that you get a missed fumble that could have happened on the kickoff, but that gets called off because of a bullshit penalty on Dustin Hopkins. Okay, cool. And then you get a near interception not happen because it's wet, and, Martin Emerson plays corner. Okay, cool. And then you get lucky on a couple of toss sweeps. But outside of that, you didn't really do anything that was real replicatable to me. I feel good if I'm the Browns defense about that, only giving up 3 points, and I'd feel horrible if I'm Jacksonville. Also, that drive took all 3 of your timeouts because of procedural issues that got in your own way. So now you don't have any timeouts. You're giving the ball back to a Cleveland offense that's been able to move the ball, and not just move the ball, but drain the clock on you all game. And you're basically giving them the rest of the quarter to do whatever they want with it. And if you get the ball back, I mean, with 1 minute left, no timeouts, what are you going to do with it? And great point. The Browns get the ball back at half, right? Who brought that up? Oh, Devin. Devin brought that up with a 3. The Traven. Maybe it's the Traven. I don't know. Is it Devin or is it the Devin or the Traven?
I'm a musician full time. I lead worship on Sunday mornings, and I also game on the weekends.
All right, I'll be right back, y'all. I gotta get the chart.
Started today on Fox and CBS, followed by Sunday Night Football as the Bears face the Texans on NBC, and concludes with Monday Night Football as the Falcons square off.
The Saints got 28 points again on offense.
Face off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream
That is so inexplainable.
NFL Plus.
Picking up a bit in Jacksonville. Jaguars get a field goal on the board. Dan Little. Just a 22-yard field goal.
All right. Let's do something with the offense.
Touchdown deep in the red zone.
Low ball here.
Just being strong. Returning from the end zone. Gets to about the 28. Deshaun Watson is facing a new lawsuit filed this week accusing him of sexual assault and battery for an alleged incident in 2020. Watson strongly denied the latest allegations. The NFL sent a statement.
Got a super chat here. Best trade in a while. 3 timeouts for a field goal. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give up a field goal, you don't mind it being in a drive where they waste all their timeouts. None of your business.
Sexual misconduct. Served an 11-game NFL suspension before returning to play in December of 2022.
All right, Deshaun, let's get it.
The field in this game, 10 of 13, 98 yards. Brownson executed some long drives in this first half.
Oh, got to catch that.
Of his receiver,
Third time, man. Third time for Coop. That's the third time Coop doesn't catch something, hits right his hands. Like you expect Coop to catch that.
Decisive with his throws and his decision making, getting the ball out quick. We've seen a reverse to Jerry Judy. We've seen a screen to Akins, the tight end. We've seen a variety of plays from Stefanski. I think trying to make it a little bit more comfortable for Deshaun Watson and getting him in rhythm.
2nd and 10.
Good run. What did I tell y'all about Jerome Ford, man? I told y'all, I think Jerome Ford is pretty good.
For Cleveland.
See it up front. Watch those guys on the inside, those big guys in the zone blocking, moving guys and opening up the gap for Ford to be able to get through there. A 3rd and short coming up. We've seen scrambles from Deshaun Watson. We've also seen some of the quick passing game. I'm expecting to come out and continue to try to spread out against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense or use shifts and motions to try to figure out what coverage they're in.
3rd and 3 through the rain. Watson on the option, throws ahead, and it looks like he's shy.
No, you got it.
Where they spotted him, he's upset that he couldn't keep the footing. Gave him a good spot.
He got it. First down. Let's go.
First, you mentioned that the rain is picking up here in Jacksonville. I think that could have alluded to him slipping there and falling because he definitely would have picked up the first down.
Yeah, he's real shy.
All right, you get the sneak.
See the rain coming down.
Stefanski is going to go for this.
Yeah, it's short.
Jameis Winston back in the quarterback. Jameis Winston is under center. He had quarterback sneak for a fourth down earlier in this half. This time into
Big run. Big run. Jerome Ford. Go. Let's go. What a call by Stefanski. That's how you help yourself. I mean, just such a better called game by Kevin this week. What a game call. Ballsy. That is so ballsy. Ballsy called there by Stefanski. Ballsy right there by Kevin. The absolute unmitigated kahunas to call that one. Woo!
Inside the 25. They'll spot it exactly at the 25. 2:13 and ticking. 2-minute warning approaching. Cleveland with 2 timeouts. Let this one get down.
Yeah, let it go to the 2.
The Browns have been efficient, and they cap off this half with 4 points.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
All right, 2-minute drill. Huge play there. I mean, that gets you in scoring range. Great play call and the absolute balls. The absolute balls to call that. The balls. Did I see everybody's been asking me about this. Did I see the Deshaun Watson video breakdown by Kurt Warner? No, I haven't seen it, but I've watched the film. So I'm pretty familiar with what Kurt Warner says. And from what I've heard people say, it's basically the same stuff that I've been saying. I said in that video. So yeah, I would imagine it's not good. There's no good way to spin it. And that game film was horrible for Deshaun Watson.
Favorite lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Moments, so hungry. Without the market of fighting.
That's ED. It's like we're in the game.
I know. We had Best Buy install it.
Bigger's better.
So we went big with everything.
Wing, get ready for the NFL's biggest season yet. The biggest hits, the biggest plays, the biggest players. Yeah, that big. Up your game this season with great deals on extra large TVs from Samsung. That's Spy, official sponsor of the NFL. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Indeed. The world can work better. And by
One thing I remember talking to JP about this, and he said that they had some weird system where the Jaguars were getting their play call half the time from like the offensive coordinator, other half from their head coach. And that sounded like a mess to me, and it looks like it. It looks like an absolute mess.
just the third drive of the game for Cleveland. And at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, blitzer, blitzer, blitzer.
Second down and 8. Roy Robertson Harris announces his presence. A minute 50 and ticking.
You'll take a field goal out of here. You'll take a field goal out of here, and remember, Jacksonville's basically got no time for their next drive. Yeah, Fetty just got blown up there. Jacksonville's basically got no time here. So you're going to snap this ball off, and you're going to be able to get it down to 40. There's nothing they could do about it. So if you get a field goal here, you're fine with it. I'd imagine they go with a pretty conservative play call here. Yep. Yeah, shy at the first, but right in range there. I think you end up being fine with that. I don't think you're going to go for it, are you? I don't know. Kevin's calling the play. No, they're calling the play. Yeah, they're calling the play. Well, they might just be trying to get him to jump. Two stack. Nah, they not running this shit. Yeah, okay. I was about to say. They're just trying to kill the clock. Jacksonville has no timeouts. So you're just going to try to get them off the field there. All right, let's get this field goal. And remember, you get the ball back. Jacksonville's going to have to take a knee. They're not going to be able to get anything out this possession here. You get the ball back after half, and you'll take a good first half here.
Their management cost them the time.
Absolutely right. Those mistakes by them now takes away from the possibility of putting points on the board before halftime.
38-yarder. Dustin Hopkins, Mike.
Here we go. You'll take that.
Back up. 2 scores, 13-3. Drives, 3 scoring drives.
That's smart. That's smart. Again, the reason you're doing that, you get a drive after halftime, and I think if they were more concerned that Jacksonville would get a drive after the first half, or after they kicked the field goal and they had timeouts left, I think the Browns might have been a little bit more aggressive, but they know, hey, they've got 30 seconds left. Jacksonville almost has to take a knee here because it doesn't benefit them to get downfield, because they won't even be able to get the offense off to kick the field goal, even if they get a giant gain in the first 2 plays. So definitely going to be something that cost them at least a drive here, because you imagine if Jacksonville had their timeouts, they would have been able to call a timeout, have about 1:30 left and get this ball back with the possession. But since they're not going to give you a possession, you're basically treating it like you're going into halftime. And you go in and you get the ball back to start the half because you won the kickoff. So, yeah, that makes a ton of sense why you would be more conservative there. I mean, I said it right before that play that they were going to be conservative on that one. You kick the field goal, you're fine with that. You go up 10, but you get the ball back. Maybe you're more aggressive on that first drive when you come back out of halftime because of it. But that's just pure strategy right there. Bryce Young, 5 of 7, 12 yards and a pick. How are you 5 of 7, 12 yards? Good Lord. Good Lord, what is going on? All right, let's switch to red zone for the half. How long are NFL for halftimes? NFL halftimes are like 12 minutes, right?
The halftime in an NFL game is 12 minutes long.
Yeah. All right. Set a 10-minute timer.
10 minutes.
Oh, they ain't even gone to half yet. I'm tripping. It hasn't even officially gone to half yet. We still got the drive. Somebody's asking, hey, is something up with Amari Cooper? I noticed this last week, but it got masked in all of the drama about Deshaun Watson. But Amari Cooper looks like he's lost a step. Now, it might just be early season stuff, but I watch him and I think he can't get to that last final gear that he used to be able to get to, even when he wasn't running super fast. Like last year, he was never more than a 4.6 guy, but it seems like he can't even get that little burst like he used to get that separation. And yeah, I would be a little bit I would be a little concerned. I would be on watch with Amari. He doesn't look right.
On board a ship that is ran by the Chinese Coast Guard. See for yourself. And Dua Lipa's fascinating path to music stardom. That 60-minute season premiere tonight on CBS. All right, Jason, strategy here. 27 seconds. No timeouts. Big arm quarterback, but is this a little bit too much?
I think so. I think maybe you take the first play and you go and you try to make a play.
They're going to run it on the first play and see what they get here.
Well, now you get up tempo and you get to the ball and you try to work the ball down the field.
Just the 19th play for Jacksonville.
Ooh. And they're going to take that into the half. Yeah, they're taking this shit into the half. Look at the absolute lack of hustle for Jacksonville to get back into the huddle. They're taking this shit into the half. Did everyone overreact to week one much? I don't think people overreacted. I think the reaction of week one was appropriate. They looked bad offensively. I think the reaction was warranted. You look that bad, you go 3 and out 72% of the time. And then on top of that, it's the third time in 13 games where Deshaun Watson has looked like that. That reaction is going to be something that kind of looms over the rest of the season, and deservedly so. I mean, Deshaun Watson cannot have games like that no matter what the circumstance is. So, no, I don't think people overreacted to week 1. I think maybe for the people who thought the defense like stunk because they got beat on a couple of end arounds in week 1, yeah, those folks overreacted for sure. But if we're talking about like the offense, no, people had a right to react the way they did to week 1, and acting like this game like just makes the week 1 reaction look silly is silly, because the week 1, I mean, it was bad. It was as bad as it's gotten for Deshaun Watson, and it was his third time out there in perfect conditions that he's done that. So that's why I don't think it's an overreaction, and I'm not going to paint it as an overreaction. He needed this game. But he's also got to finish this one too. Trevor's got 16 yards? Dude. Set a 12-minute timer.
12 minutes. Count.
Yeah, you're living in a fantasy world if you think Deshaun could play that bad for the third time as a Cleveland Brown, and then, like, nobody's going to have a reaction to it. Like, we're just going to be like, oh, it's one game. Nah, you're living in a fantasy world if you think that's how that should go. That's crazy. We got to be realistic about it. If that were the first game, when the first time he did it, nobody reacted. The second time he did it, some people reacted. Third time, everybody going to react. That's just the law. And it's going to take more than one game for people to get off of that reaction, which is fair. Cincinnati plays at 4 o'clock. The Raiders and the Ravens are going at it right now. And the Raiders are down 3 points. It's 6-3. Baltimore up here, and the Raiders have the ball going into halftime. In Pittsburgh, do they play later too? Pittsburgh plays at 4 o'clock today, so just Baltimore in the north.
6-point lead over the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to stop them. Wait, did Dan Campbell and company, did they just have a penalty that's going to get a run off? I think they may have. We're going to need to listen to the audio there, guys, as the kick for the Raiders.
Raiders just tied it up. I get it, but the reactions from some were borderline ridiculous. 1 week, I get it, it sucked, but it was 1 week. Again, you can't bottle up everybody's reaction and just point to the one that you thought was an overreaction and say that's how everybody was reacting. Some people were just like, hey, it's 1 week. Some people were like, it's 1 week, but we've seen this before. It's a bit concerning. I think that was fair. It's definitely very concerning. I was very concerned with what I saw week 1, and I think it's justified. Like, he shouldn't look that bad ever. Like, there's still no excuse to look that bad. Am I happy he looks better today? Absolutely happy Deshaun Watson looks better today. But got to see it over a period of time here, right? Because we're tired of seeing those kind of games pop up. Wow, Daniel Jones just threw a horrible red zone interception.
Actually, no, they called Daniel Jones. I didn't see it. They called Daniel Jones out of bounds as he was throwing it 12-9 with 8 seconds remaining.
Derrick Henry got 7 carries for 5 yards. Who told you about that one?
Did I not tell you this would be the busiest 3-hour period of the entire 2024 season? We have 7 of the 10 games active right now. 7 of them are at the half. The most time remaining in the first half is right here with 97 seconds to go in the Raiders and Ravens 0-1 versus 0-1 matchup, Baltimore's home opener. Let's listen in.
Let's get this.
Coming up, Verizon halftime. We'll have scores and highlights from around the league coming up on the Verizon. Yep, here we are. In fact, waiting on the end of the half of those 3 games. Here we go with the second half. The Green Bay Packers 10-0 on top of Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis.
We got Kaji starter. Everybody on offense is playing so much better. The play calling is so much better, like Kevin, than last week. But what is going on with Amari Cooper? It makes you go back to when the Browns were super aggressive for the Brandon Ayuk trade, and the information that we had, it didn't make sense that the Browns were that aggressive about the Brandon Ayuk trade. But now it's starting to, it's starting to make sense that the Browns were that aggressive for Brandon Ayuk, right? Like, maybe they saw this coming with Amari Cooper. Maybe they think that he's lost a step here. It certainly doesn't look great for him. Maybe he's just not having a good time focusing, and he'll step back up on it after this game. But, these last 2 weeks for Coop, or at least last 6 quarters for Amari Cooper, have not been great. And I think a lot of people gave him some grace because we were focused so much on Deshaun. But yeah, man, there's something to be said about what he's put on film the last 6 quarters. Certainly something to be said about that. All right, what am I? Oh, yeah, I wanted to get the camera going. See that? Get that wide angle going. Baltimore got the ball 2-minute drive here. Hey man, it's looking like Lamar has to be so much of the offense even for them to beat the Raiders. Like, you got to be concerned if you're a Baltimore fan. I don't know how Baltimore fans aren't concerned about that. Like, every time I bring it up, Baltimore fans get super pissed at me. I don't think I'm wrong there. There it is. All right. So we're going to test this real quick. See if that's working. Nope, that's not working yet. Hold on. Let me get that working right. There we go. There we go. Also got to switch the scoreboard to CBS. And there we go. All right. So now when it's third down, hopefully it follows. Does it do it? There. Hey. Technical difficulties over with this camera. I also have another mic in here now, so you should be able to hear me a lot better when we go into this. Look, Chargers up 13 on Carolina. Bryce Young got the division looking very winnable right now, Sly says. That's a super chat we got going here. Now, I don't think this is a grand conspiracy theory by Amari Cooper to try to get himself traded. That'd be stupid. Because he's old enough to where if he plays like this, he's just going to go out the league. None of your business says, I wonder what he knew about the allegations that came out Monday before Sunday. It had to have rattled him. He contends that he didn't know about any of these allegations until they hit the news. Remember, his quote was, same boat as you. So if that's the case, he didn't know till Monday. If he's telling the truth. All right, let's get back to the normal angle here. Appreciate the super chat, by the way. Appreciate the super chat. And I defend my position all week, and I'll continue to defend it because it's not over yet. One good game, one good half doesn't clear out things. If Deshaun Watson plays as bad as he did in Dallas again, you got to consider making a move, right? Especially if he's not provided undeniable evidence that he's somewhere close to living up to expectations. Right now is a big step, right? The big thing I wanted from this game, and shout out to Sly, Super Chat, $5 as the division looks real winnable. The big thing I'm getting from this game is, hey, right now, it's not arguable that Deshaun Watson was better. It's obvious that Deshaun Watson was better, and that was the improvement that I felt like was necessary in this week's game. So far, he's made that improvement. He is definitively better. Nobody can make a straight argument and say Deshaun Watson was not better in this game than he was last week. That's the first step. We got so many more steps to take with Watson and him getting where he's supposed to be, because the expectation isn't that Watson looks functional out there. The expectation is that Watson looks like a top 5 quarterback, right? So we got so many steps to get to before we even get to talking about if he's living up to that expectation, that it kind of clouds you into thinking, oh, this is good enough, right? Because we're just so far away from where we originally expected with Watson to live up to. So right now, it's a significant improvement. It's much better than it was last week. It's a first step in a long, very high-steppy process, right? Going to be a ton of steps to go along the way in order to make sure Watson is where you want Watson to be. But yeah, for this is a good first step, and hopefully he can complete this first step by being successful for the rest of this game and doing it over and over and over and over and over again. It's going to take games to take that funk off, what he did last week. Ray Rag says right here, as much as I don't like him for what he's been accused of, if he had it super hard to focus on anything when you lose your dad and your old friend back to back before you play a game, yeah, I think that was a reason why he played as poorly as he did. But I don't think the level, like if you think that you can only get to the level of play you got to last week, you got to make a decision not to play, right? You can't give your team a 9 QBR game, a negative 22 EPA per play game under any circumstances. And if you feel like that's on the table, you got to let the team know you can't play that week, because you can get better than that with almost anybody. But I'm glad he's focused and locked in this week. Now, hopefully we can get to see more from Amari Cooper and we start feeling good about shit again.
Lamar Jackson hustles them up. They can't do a Detroit Lions and get a penalty here, and they won't.
All right, I'm about to use the restroom. No bathroom break for me. That's why you set timers. That's why you set the timers.
Let's see what he has.
All right.
And to your point, the time of possession is huge. In that first half, the Jags defense, they stayed.
If they don't think Amari's cooked, I think they come out this drive and really try to get Amari Cooper going.
When they weren't good on third down, the Browns lined up on fourth down twice and picked up conversion to extend those long drives.
Empty.
But he's at the bottom of the screen, lined up wide. Watson. Strong ball out, incomplete.
Yeah, that was supposed to go to Coop. That was supposed to go to Coop. You gotta catch that though if you're up here.
Last week, what's been the biggest difference for you guys, and how do you keep this momentum up?
Yeah, we came in here thinking that we had to just do our job and then not think about much more than that. So I thought there were a bunch of times in that first half where we did our job. Now, we weren't perfect. We had a couple opportunities there to put this first half, put a ball on it with another score, and we didn't do that. So we need to do better, but by and large, we got to do our job.
Coach, thank you.
Thanks, man. The opening touchdown, then a couple of field goals for Stefanski's team. Watson jumps and throws out of bounds It'll be 3rd down and 10. Not many of those 3rd and 10s in the first half for Cleveland.
And that was something they improved on.
Yeah, they got pressure here. Jacksonville doing a much better job creating some pressure initially on this injured Browns offensive line. I can't believe DeJuan Jones is not back in the game yet. They said he was only out because of cramps. Okay, he's back in the game. Whole team looking definitively better. Yeah.
Jacksonville hovering near the line of scrimmage.
Hey, they're blitzing the safety. And David Bell's hurt. I think he landed on the football. His ribs. Oh, no, his hip.
David Bell is still down.
All right, not the drive you wanted coming out of halftime there. You got behind the sticks. I think they got some pressure early. They're going to have to punt here.
We'll check on the Browns receiver.
Something didn't get seen there between Watson and that play. I'm pretty sure 'cause that's the only time Kevin comes out there. About to check on this like count. About to see if y'all hitting that like button, man. We better be at 500. We've had about 1,100 people, almost 1,200 people here this whole stream. Oh, he's going out on the cart, bro. David Bell has the most unlucky. He has the most unlucky NFL career ever, man. Because he looked good in this game. How many likes we sitting at? 590. All right, we can get to 1K. Let's get to a stack. Let's get to a stack on likes. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Let's get to a stack on likes. No runs that series. Let's not get past happy. Now, I agree. Run game's going to be key to success. I think they kind of thought they were going to bomb away on that drive. Let's stick to the fundamentals here, right? You're not up by that much.
We're looking at Andre Cisco right there. He's going to come into the...
Yeah, see, Cisco blitzes late. I don't know why Watson checks this down instantly because you got time. He's coming all the way from the safety position. He just cleared. You would like him to hit what looks like that post route there just to stay in a couple extra seconds, but maybe he thought that David Bell was running there like naked. Oh, get up there. Damn.
Touchback. Jaguars set to begin their first possession of the second half. More than 400 volunteers from the Jacksonville business community and Jaguar season ticket members.
All right, we at 658. Y'all doing your thing, man. Let's get to that quarter stack right now. Quarter stack, 750 right here. 750 likes. We can do it. We can do it.
kids and bros.
By the way, I appreciate all the super chats in the first half. I appreciate everybody who has joined, became a member in the first half. Again, this is a truly independent media operation. We don't have any corporate overlords over us like a lot of other places do and a lot of other outlets do. Good tackle by JOK. He's playing good today. He's playing good. And I do that to make sure that my opinions are the only thing influencing the type of videos that get made on my channel. So hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and sending a super chat go a super long way to make sure the independent media, true independent media, can thrive.
JOK is so fast from his position that he doesn't give those guys a chance to get a hand on him. Gets skinny through the gap and makes a good play to knock him backwards.
From Bethel High School, Virginia, friends with Allen Iverson.
Second and 12. Oh, and a sack, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Defense.
Coming out of the halftime right here. Both of these inside linebackers. This time
Let's go.
it's your turn.
What's better, Patreon or YouTube member? I think Patreon is a better route to go. But YouTube memberships are fine. Whatever you can afford to do, honestly. And what makes sense for you. But yeah, Patreon is always what I'd recommend because I get more of that and YouTube gets more of a cut on the membership than Patreon gets. Oh, and he dropped the screen. Well, great drive by the defense. Good job, defense. Appreciate the super chat, Matthew. Appreciate the super chat, Matthew, by the way. This is a great start for this defense.
Tackle for a loss on a run play, a second and an incompletion. With 3rd and 17, there's no plays in an offensive coordinator's playbook that just picks up an easy 17 yards. A terrific start to the second half for this Cleveland Browns defense.
Logan Cook. Clean gets it off. James Prochet. Called up from the practice squad for the Browns.
Good return. All right, let's capitalize on the offense. Let's capitalize on this now. First drive was a little weird. Let's capitalize on this. Play our game. There it is.
This is you.
Now, Watson's played in a couple games like this for Cleveland, right? This reminds me of how the Arizona game played out. This reminds me of how the Tennessee game played out. Now, what you need Watson to do here, get a score on this drive, get the ball back from another defensive stop, get another score, put this game away, right? You got him on the ropes. Don't want to let him hang around. You got him on the ropes. You get the ball in plus territory. Got to get points here at the very least. You want to get a touchdown, right? So got him on the ropes. Let's take advantage of it, right? This is the one thing that Watson did do really well in 2023 was close teams out in the second half. You want to see him do that when you got a team like Jacksonville on the ropes. Take the life out of them. Remember, we let Jacksonville hang around all last year when we played them with Joe Flacco in here. The difference between Joe and Deshaun was that Deshaun could close these games out and not make it interesting at the end. Let's see him close it out and not make it interesting here. I love when people ask if I'm a Browns fan because, like, I don't wear Browns jerseys. I find the prices that the NFL charges on those jerseys to be ridiculous. And I don't love the merch that gets put out for the Cleveland Browns either. Cottonwood Slim with the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. But I don't love the jerseys. But, like, dog, the thumbnail to this video has the Cleveland Browns colors and the helmet stripe in the background. Clearly, this channel is Browns focused. Look at all the history, the context clues surrounding this channel. It will tell you clearly this man focuses on talking about the Cleveland Browns. There's been like 8 Deshaun Watson videos and like the last 12 uploads. We're focused on the Browns. I don't even think you got to do short passes. Just get the ball in the end zone.
It's sponsored by Progressive. The right call to protect your home and car. DirecTV. Stream DirecTV without a satellite dish. And by FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Make every moment more.
BROWNS car collection here in Jacksonville, highlighting the technology and innovation of automobiles. Which feels like a good time to mention Jerome Ford for the Browns is leading the team with 62 rushing yards in this game. But instead, it's Deontay Foreman on first down for Cleveland, starting to strive and
Like it. Nice run. Nah, come on, bro. Can't start this shit. Can't start this shit. Can't do that. Especially, yo, come on, Joe. Chosen Cartel says, appreciate what you do, Q. Really need that even kill attitude right now. This week has been rough. Been watching, going on year 5. Appreciate you, man. You a vet. I got to get you one of them captain C's on your chest.
Spread the ball around. You can see that was a point of emphasis from Stefanski and screens and different things they set up for guys early on in the game to get them some touches.
First down, 18 to go. Watson sets his feet. Flings incomplete, but a flag lays.
Okay, he got the PI, but man, you expect Amari to get separation when he's one-on-one with Buster Brown?
Off Amari Cooper at that point and get his head around.
Pass interference, defense, number 30. Ball big foul, automatic down.
And the reason that's not just illegal contact is he has his hands on the receiver, and now the ball is in the air. And once the ball is in the air, that makes it defensive pass interference, and that's what they're calling right there on Montero Buster Brown out there on the outside one-on-one with Amari Cooper.
Getting a lot of run without Tyson Campbell for the Jaguars. The injured corner. Jacksonville really high on Campbell. From the 40, Watson rollout, gets the block, settles, fires, Cedric Tillman.
Okay. Well, I mean, there was absolutely nothing there, and at least that one went the right way. Are they gonna? Oh, it's gonna be a roughing the passer. Are you serious? They're gonna give us 15 here. Wow, wow! Jacksonville does not want to play today. Wow. Oh, wow. You can't have that happen. That's wow.
There was no Maryland tip right there. Earlier we saw a crown and helmet. That's a little questionable debate on Johnson.
You can see Watson selling it, feeding for the flag. He gets it. So puts the ball at the 24. So a pass interference followed up by a roughing the passer as the Browns approaching the red zone. Ford outside.
Get outside. Way to make something happen. Dude, what is going on? What are these penalties? Thank you for making the UK Browns experience better from Alex Church. €2. Appreciate you.
Oh, system. I see him right there on the outside. And as Ford goes around him, he just grabs a hold of Cisco and doesn't let go. That makes it an easy call for the
Yeah, that's it. That's actually the right call. Can't happen. All right, y'all. I would love Watson to find a chunk play through the air right here. Would love that.
Watson, so far, a bounce back performance coming off of the third lowest quarterback rating in his career week 1. Jerry Jeudy has it knocked away. Buster Brown right back at it.
Jerry, you got to catch that shit. That's the kind of catching. See, that's the kind of thing that drove people crazy about Jerry Jeudy in Denver, and you do see pop up through tape. You got to catch through contact if you're Jerry Jeudy. Got to catch that through contact.
Close enough to him to make sure that he doesn't catch it on that one. 2nd and 20 for these Browns. This is a situation for Jacksonville. Got to keep them out of the end zone. They're creeping up in field goal range, but they're playing with 2 high safeties right here on this look. Got to make sure they keep the ball in front of them.
2nd and 20. Watson darts incomplete. Hit the
Hey, these balls are on target, man. These balls are on target.
Devin Lloyd and Floyd can do a really good job
Yeah.
as linebackers for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That ball's on target. You got to catch it. You got to catch it if you're you got to catch that. All right, let's get in field goal range.
Jacksonville get off the field. With a field goal attempt here. The defense had a 2-possession game.
Bell carted off, so we might as well get Tony versus the Giants. Maybe revenge game for Tony. Yeah, let's get the field goal.
Quite a bit for Jacksonville.
Browns wide receivers got to do a better job catching the ball. There were a couple opportunities there for him. He's got to do a better job catching the ball. I mean, that's been the story of the whole game here. Unfortunately for you, it hasn't bitten you in the ass, but I think the receivers really, really have not played well this first half, this second game, my bad. We're leaning on Dustin Hopkins a bit too much. But you got the points you wanted out that drive. Yeah. You got the points you wanted out that drive, so you got the bare minimum done there. But yeah, I think there were some opportunities to make some plays there. We just don't hold and get in our own way. Didn't love that drive at all. So hopefully we get a lot better going forward than that. That wasn't great. Not in love with the first couple of drives that we've seen here. Yeah, Ray Rack says first time in a while I've thought that the receivers have let Watson down, and it's undeniable in this game. I mean, as good as Watson has played, he should probably be having a much better game than what he's having right now, but he's getting constant letdowns from the wide receivers. Some of these are drops, some of these are kind of in that grayish area, but what we do know is that Deshaun's putting it on target. He's giving you a chance to make a play on it, and these guys aren't making plays on it. I mean, Amari Cooper drops a obvious bomb right to him, one of the few bombs the Browns have taken all game. You look at Elijah Moore in this drive, consistent drops. Jerry Jeudy doesn't catch one through contact. That will at least get it to like 2nd and 15. Yeah, the wide receivers got to do a better job supporting their quarterback here, and unlike last week where I was asking the wide receivers to make a play because the quarterback was not being accurate at all. This is not the case. The quarterback's being accurate. These are on-target footballs, and you're just not bringing them in. They got to do a better job than this. And it starts with the next drive. Ain't nobody complaining about points, though. We're talking about what the Browns could do to execute even better. Like, there's a difference between being constructive and talking about how they could be better and what they need to improve than saying, oh, God, we only got 3 points. That's not the bullshit you're hearing here. If you can't separate somebody being constructive about the team and wanting them to do better from, like, just bad faith garbage complaining that you hear on the radio, then I can't help you. Because obviously what we're talking about is how they could execute better. Not, oh, God, we only got 16 points and doomsplaining. This ain't the shit we doing here. So please, miss me with that. Buckeye Sean with $5 super chat. Appreciate you.
Makes a trip to Ann Arbor They take on 18th ranked Michigan. We'll get you set for kickoff beginning 2.
USC, Michigan. And Michigan is the lower ranked team? Damn. Did Michigan lose? Oh, yeah. Michigan lost to Texas. They dropped all the way to 18 for that loss to Texas? I am misremembering Coop, or does he look a step slower this year? I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that assessment, Jerry. Bobbled and dropped. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has that extra gear. Now, it might just be that he's played 2 games on natural grass fields in questionable conditions, I guess. So maybe he's just not getting good friction. But I don't know. There's a gear there that Coop's usually able to go to that we haven't seen. Still a great route runner, still going to be good in short area situations. But Coop used to be really good for the Browns to get chunk plays, and I'm not seeing that right now. John says penalties are taking 7 points off the board. Well, 4. 4 points because the Browns got 3. So they took 4 points off the board, not 7. Let's get this ball back. 3rd and 10.
Because when we spoke to Trevor Lawrence, that was the one thing he said he's trying to improve on is his leadership and being more outspoken to tell guys when things aren't going well. As we're looking at Strange bobble that one on the sideline, and he wasn't able to pull it in.
Brent Strange back-to-back targets. Evan Ingram.
All right, big 3rd down here. How did Ward end up on the ground?
Strange making an impact, a really good play design. They ran the same.
Okay, watch the bottom of your screen here. Somebody ended up on the ground. I want to know how. I know they dealt it late. But Denzel Ward here. Okay. Yeah, that's almost a penalty on Denzel Ward.
But the former Brown, who had that monster game back in 2021, first time starting against Denver, where he had 146 yards.
All right, got to stop him on this set here.
Tempo to the ball. This offense is finally starting to get in the rhythm today.
Johnson, first down. Jacksonville. So this drive began with Lawrence 16 yards passing. He's up to 42.
Sorry, man. Touchdowns. Appreciate you, John.
Finds him up the middle. Pick up of a couple. Travis Etienne coming back in. That's Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, who was a defensive coordinator for Doug Peterson with the Philadelphia Eagles when Super Bowl 52. So those two matching up opposite sidelines for the 2nd straight season.
2nd and 7 here.
Everybody at the
Who's the mic?
Lawrence sees it, throws it low, stupid catch Etienne.
Got to get there on the initial pressure. Martin is down. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. I think he got crunched.
Who had 2 interceptions against Jacksonville last season. We'll check on Martin Emerson when we return.
With multi-view on NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch up to 4 live games at once, which means keeping up with your fantasy team is no longer a fantasy. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Watch every game, every Sunday.
Trading at Schwab is now powered by Ameritrade.
giving you even more specialized trading support. Connect with the Schwab Trade.
Force the field goal here. Yeah, they're taking advantage of your aggressiveness, moving you left and right.
That still got me feeling like a big old cowboy.
It's a very hours. Perhaps you can wait in the waiting room?
I'll just go wait in the waiting room.
Right high with AT&T's best deal on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6.
Let's just shore it up right here. I think Emerson just got crushed. It looked like he lost his breath.
I'm so glad that you and Cece are here. And Georgie.
That's a kid to make breakfast.
This is where you say, thank you, Georgie.
Necessary.
See, that ain't necessary. Baby down.
Listeners more. Y'all let this on the coffee table.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage premieres Thursday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Charles Schwab. Own your tomorrow. And by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Off and on rain throughout this game in Jacksonville. Martin Emerson was the injured Brown on the last play. Kind of the stoppage first and 10.
All right.
CTN.
Got Sam Kamara out there.
Let's go back and look at that last play. Look at all of these guys up in the line of scrimmage for the Cleveland Browns. And there's somebody on the outside coming as well. Trevor Lawrence sees it, goes away from the pressure, and finds ETN right away to get the ball out and avoid the pressure.
They're going to do the same thing to the strong side of the field here. There it is. There it is. Remember, we talked about it. The Browns' run defense is predicated on being able to get those TFLs.
I love it. He's watching it. He's celebrating. And he comes from out of nowhere. ETN tries to put him in the spin cycle, and he shuts it down right away. The one thing you love about this Cleveland Browns defense when you watch them, high energy, ton of celebrating, and you can see the passion that they play with.
I feel like that comes from Jake Schwartz quite a bit, too, the defensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
Look at that offense today. This drive. It's really been the only offense that Trevor Lawrence and company have had. From the red zone, 3rd and 8.
Miles strip sack. There it is. There it is. There it is.
He shows up when they need him most. There's only about a few opportunities that you're going to get that Miles knows he's going to get one-on-one blocking. You're going to see him down the bottom. He comes and just knocks.
Is that Miles' second strip sack of the season?
As he comes around that end, talking to Jim Schwartz, he compared Myles Garrett to Calvin Johnson, a guy that he coached for wide receiver because of their athletic ability and their difference-making ability.
Right, that ball.
And he missed it. He missed it. Did it go through? Wow, he shanked it. Wow. Wow. Wow, that's got to be a morale killer for Jacksonville. The one drive you get something going, and then boom, Grant Delpit, Myles Garrett, and then you miss a field goal. Good Lord.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Check that. It's keeping here, but that one hits square. That upright is Cam Little, the rookie kicker from Arkansas, who made a 53-yarder. The kickers were just incredible for 50-plus in week 1. 21 for 23 across the league. Well, Little misses that one, and Jacksonville still out 13.
Hey, a catch by Amari Cooper. I missed those. I missed those.
First, you said it on that. This was probably their best drive
All right.
of the game. The yards they picked up, ability to move the ball down the field. So to walk away from that drive with 0 points, extremely disheartening.
All right, put the nail in it now, Watson. Put the nail in it. This is the put the nail in the coffin drive right here. It's wet as hell out there. Good run. That's a first down. That's a first down. Need audio of it hitting the goalpost. That was crazy.
Absolutely. And this is a frustrating afternoon. I know from my experiences down on that field. If you're this Jaguars defense, Cleveland has done some really good things on offense. But you've given up 16 points while you've been on the field the entire game. And this is a challenge for them because no matter what's happened, they're going to have to get a stop and continue to try to get the ball back to Trevor Lawrence and his offense.
Give Foreman the first down. It's just a great look. For Fishman, the huffing on the defensive line.
Good run. Ooh.
Some good, some bad, but just a lot of Buster Brown.
There's nothing better than seeing cornerbacks come up and tackle. And I guess I'm a little biased as a former cornerback.
That's wide receiver blocking. Why is a corner in the backfield? Why is a corner in the backfield? Who's not blocking? What wide receiver's not blocking? Come on. Is that Coop? That's Coop's not. That's Coop's guy.
Just 3 on the play clock.
Timeout.
We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Progressive.
All right, third time's a charm. Here we go. It's okay. Get on the next one.
Pressure's getting to him.
Maybe we should change it up.
Now I got it.
Keenum, get loose.
Ooh, this has been a muggy one. Get settled on offense.
If only they were back. It's in real. At least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
Cleveland. 16-3 lead over Jacksonville. Both teams trying to avoid that dreaded 0-2 hole. Disappointing week 1 losses, both of these teams with playoff expectations. Watson, pressure, check down, more, immediately. Ronald Darby.
Now, the Jacksonville's been doing a much better job of getting that pressure out there for the second half. They've been getting a lot more pressure on Watson here. What they're trying to do, I hate the footwork for that play. Every time they go to that, footwork always makes it so they can't hit the middle of the field in the time that they need to hit it. And it's not really what, like I've seen this with Joe Flacco. I just hate the footwork that they call on that play. All right, big 3rd and 12 here. You got it. That's a bad throw. All right, Watson, come on. Don't turtle in on yourself.
Really good job by this defense on that drive to force them to get off the
Don't let this game hang around.
The game, so getting the ball back to them, trying to build on that momentum or the success in that drive to try to put points on was a really good stop by this defense.
Jaguars defense giving the offense chances. The offense can find something to go their way. Borges. Not a deep punt at all. Duvernay Races
Right.
to the 29 to catch it. This fall, Academy Award winner Kathy Bates stars as Matlock. Don't miss the sneak peek premiere of the new series next Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Quarterbacks.
Let's get some 1K likes now. We at 715. Let's get the 1K likes. Hit that like button, y'all. Damn, 50?
Trevor Lawrence, and you said it, Chris, going into that last drive, he was only at 16. Shows you how dominant this Cleveland Browns defense has been this afternoon.
Another test for the Browns defense off play action. Lawrence, Kansas.
That's nothing. Oh, what was Newsome doing? What was Newsome doing on that? You had the coverage right there. You had him lined up, and then it's like watching somebody do a bad user. Like, he just ran away. He was tight on him. What were you doing? Look at that. You got over top of him. You just got muscled? Like, really? Come on, Newsome. You better than that, dog.
66 yards. First and goal, a plow for ETN. Second down and goal coming up.
A year ago, Trevor Lawrence in this game against the Browns wasn't able to connect on his deep shots right there. And that's the difference maker of a Brian Thomas Jr. and what he is good at. We saw it last week of him drawing the pass interference on Ramsey. That pass as a ball was in the air. Chris, I'm saying to myself, this is 50-50. Newsom has just as good as a chance at that ball as Thomas Jr. does. He's the guy that comes down with it.
He was one of 4 rookies to score a touchdown receiver. In that week, Lawrence, ETN.
Yeah, Greg, you can't give up that big-ass chunk play right there. That is a bad one right there. Again, didn't want to let him hang around, so I wanted to score on that drive there. You could put the game away. Now it's close going into the fourth.
Get down in the red zone, and ETN this week, he caps it up. But watch these big guys up front. They're going to get on a double team right there. Get Shelby Harris out of the gap. Martin Emerson missed.
Yeah, that's where you miss. Oh, Martin's back in the game. So Martin's back in the game now, but yeah, just Greg's got to do a better job of fighting through that contact. Like, you had the coverage on him. I know there's an argument you can make there that was an offensive pass interference there, but they're not going to call OPI. It's just what it is. You got to do a better job of just physically being able to stay on him. And if you give up a DPI, trying to fight back, okay, whatever, you deal with that. But you can't let him catch it clean like that. All right, offense, got to wake up now.
They had those long drives and were able to sustain that. They need one now more than ever because the Jaguars sideline, now you're starting to get juiced up because you can feel the momentum shifting. They can go 3 and out, get the ball back to the offense. They're storming on there with confidence. The Browns right now for Deshaun Watson, you're going out there, the plan is to silence this crowd and let them know we're still here.
Foreman lets that go over his head, 30-yard line for Cleveland to begin this. ETN gets the touchdown. But going back to your point, Brian Thomas tracking that deep ball. 66 yards. The rookie from LSU.
All right, offense.
In the most recent draft has been a star so far for Jacksonville.
So the things that have gone wrong in the third quarter for the Browns offense, penalties, like last week, penalties and drop passes here. Got to take advantage of your opportunities here. Can't get behind the stakes. It's going to be as loud as Jacksonville's crowd's going to be. About 3 yards.
Lucan and Lloyd, 2 linebackers combined for the stop. Late third in Jacksonville. Finally, some life for the Jaguars.
Here the crowd starting to get into it. They feel their home team gaining this momentum and trying to storm this comeback against this Cleveland Browns team. Let's see if they can get maybe a screen or something, get an easy conclusion for Deshaun Watson and trying to get back in the rhythm.
Come on, show the play.
Watson cuts. Somehow holds on to the ball.
The pressure's been a thing here. They've been giving up more pressure, and DeJuan Jones has been out there. Pressure's come from the right side and the middle most this game here. Yeah, that came from the middle. That came from the middle. That was Ethan Posick and Wyatt Teller let that one slip through.
Gets a sack in his 100th career game.
Yeah, it's the pressure. They've been getting a lot more pressure behind there and getting the Browns behind the sticks. Been doing a good job of that the whole second half for Jacksonville's defense. The Browns' offensive line clearly not adjusting well to whatever they did there, so that has to be cleaned up going into the fourth quarter. And, you know, you got Jacksonville. They got the momentum right now. You hope your defense is going to be able to hold up, so it gives you a couple drives here. And I trust they will, but still don't want to be in this position. And you want to figure out a way to get, what is it, 3rd and 20 something here? It's going to be tough to convert that. Nah, the running back held his block fine enough. That was Jerome Ford. What came up the middle was a result of the stunt, right? They stunted on the right side. The line slid right to kind of go with this stunt. But then when they slid right, Ethan Posick didn't get a good hold of his man. That meant that Wyatt Teller's man, that meant that he slipped into Wyatt Teller's man. Wyatt Teller's man bopped through, came through underneath all of that, and then got the rush through the middle. But yeah, that's on the interior, 2 on the right side there. Because Jerome handled the guy he had initially and like ran him out the play a little bit. And then late he tried to pick up. But I mean, that's not an expectation for the running back to be able to pick up, drop an anchor on a free run from the front 7. Especially if it's not the initial protection, right? Sometimes you'll get in the initial protection where you'll let somebody through like a linebacker and you would expect Jerome to get in the B gap and be able to hold that there, but that's not the case. Like, this is just the Browns being very manipulatable on stunts and twists like we've seen them over the last couple of years. We got to make a play to put this game away, man. Can't let Jacksonville hang around. They're not a bad football team. Jacksonville's a good football team.
They get Jacksonville back within 1 score. And they have a 3rd and 16, a chance to rush the.
Come on, let's go dagger here.
Beyonce Foreman well side. Trey Flowers escorted him out of bounds. It is 4th down.
It's pressure, immediate pressure. That one again here blows up whatever chance you have of getting that play off.
But just too long of a 3rd down situation to make a pickup there. So far, Amari Cooper, 1 catch today for 7 yards. The Jaguars, even without Tyson Campbell, have done a really good job.
The Jaguars ain't done shit to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper got 1 catch for 7 yards because he dropped 4 passes. All right, defense, let's get it. It's a flag. Is that on the kicking team?
Second half more penalty filled than the first.
It's going to be half the distance. It's going to be 10 yards. Hope Stefanski can make adjustments to execute. I think they're going to have to put an extra tight end out there or an extra lineman, even in pass situations.
Heard the report from the man that Bigby was meeting with the training staff to get back in after injuring his shoulder at kick return in the first half. It's in all special teams. A chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Slam.
Wow, he just dropped that.
Take off. But Jacksonville, the last drive, finally a touchdown.
And a lot of that had to do with Brian Thomas Jr. Trevor Lawrence put this one up for grabs, and just an excellent job by Brian Thomas Jr. extending his hands, and then ETN is able to cap it off and get the ball in the end zone. A drive that gave this Jacksonville Jaguars team and crowd some life and energy.
Remember the theme from Doug Peterson and really everybody from Jacksonville this week. Finish. When they finish in the first.
Miles jumped.
Tiptoes the sideline.
They're going to take the penalty.
Closing in on the quarterback.
Yeah, they got Miles hop.
Down in a few.
Offside. Defense, number 95. Second down.
Second time they've got Myles Garrett.
And that's the tough thing. Miles is a guy, he's big, he's physical, but he's fast off that line of scrimmage, and that's probably his best attribute of how fast he gets off. The Jaguars have done a really good job of understanding that and doing some things with the snap count to draw him off sides.
Accept the penalty to set up a 2nd and 5. First in the slot moving.
Ooh, hit hard. That's fine. Got about 40 yards of cushion here.
Jacksonville not huddling up again. We saw them start to go fast and go tempo, and it got them in a rhythm.
Browns got to do a better job getting pressure. The pressure hasn't been there.
Mitchell finds him. 12 carry for ETN.
From a defensive side of the ball, when the offense starts going fast and they start going tempo, sometimes it takes away from your ability as a
Who is that getting washed on the edge?
Or blitzes or things you want to do. When they start to speed you up, sometimes you get in a habit where you start calling your simple, easy calls, so there's no confusion for your guys up there.
Fun matchup with head coach Doug Peterson against his former defensive coordinator in Philadelphia, Jim Schwartz. Those two minds, great minds. Go ahead.
There you go. There we go. There you go. That was the pressure they needed there. Come on, y'all. Let me see it.
It's Cameron Mitchell, second-year man out of Northwestern.
They get pressure and they get home, but Mitchell's caught Brandon in the secondary and brings back what would have been a very nice rush.
Come on now.
On Trevor Lawrence. Jim Schwartz is going to have to draw up another one if he wants to get home on Trevor Lawrence.
That is the 8th penalty for Cleveland. Doug Peterson versus Jim Schwartz. Unit versus unit. And around. This is Duvernay. Get motion to the opposite side. And Devin Duvernay, who had a rush last week for 3 yards, gains 4.
All right, let's get down. 2nd and 6, about 11 minutes to go, up 6.
Have a handful school, and I feel like every single person we talk to mentioned finish. They let it get away, let a 14-0 against Miami in week 1, 17-7 at the half. Could not close it. Can they be the team that comes from behind a week later?
Miles not on the field.
Second down, 6 to go. Luke Farrell, tight end, crawls ahead and has the
All right, now you got to stop him here on this set. Your cushion's gone, or else you're going to give up points.
This drive, Jim Schwartz has been bringing pressure. Let's see from the right side of the screen.
Man, I don't understand why we're playing Quentin Jefferson so much. He sucks.
On the right away, turns to the left, finds Farrell, and finds an easy completion to pick up. When they're coming with pressure, you got to be able to find where the weak spot is in the defense. When more guys are rushing at me, it opens up the lanes.
All right, this set right here, got to get him here if you want to avoid points. Play action. Got him. Never mind. Never mind. Right when I said he sucks. He gets a sack.
Wonders of the world, but Calvin Ridley's believe it or not. Look at this catch, double coverage, and he comes down with it. What a play! He has 2 TDs on the day. The game is all knotted at 17.
Hilarious. Well, glad to be wrong on that.
All the games going on, 10 games in this window.
That was a big sack, though. That was a big sack. Got to get him on this set. No penalties.
Jefferson falls the loss of it. Just get this one. Barnes fires. Incomplete. Kirk.
What's the flag?
There's a flag there. Free away there, taking the deep shot.
I don't think he crossed the neutral zone. Wait, show the replay. I don't think he crossed the neutral zone. I think he was lined up a yard off and just got a step. Never mind. He crossed the neutral zone.
Top of the ball, they get him jumping right there. And then you see Trevor Lawrence throws the ball down the field. It's an incompletion. But that's something we've seen from Aaron Rodgers for years. You get a guy to jump and that front, and it gives you a free play.
Hey, get him off this set, man. Come on.
Touchdown to the Jets. That same sequence.
Damn, got to call a hole, right? Fucking here we go, man.
Strange once again showing up. Who's playing?
He let go just in time. He was about to get that holding call.
He's a mix between Farrell and Ingram. He's a guy that they really believe has receiving ability.
3 catches on 5 targets.
Gotta make the first tackle, man. Gotta make the first one. So many times in this game, specifically with Travis Etienne, you're in position to make the play. Like multiple times there. Right there. Boom. In position to make the play. Don't make the play twice there. I don't know what that tackle attempt by Martin Emerson was. Gotta make the play when it's there.
Inside the 10. Hickman was the one to push him in the bounds. Jacksonville continues there on the doorstep.
Ronnie Hickman just completely forgetting what his assignment was there. Got lost in the sauce trying to watch the backfield, trying to make a play.
This is really good play calling by the Jacksonville Jaguars on this drive. A little RPO look right there gives Gabe Davis an easy completion.
On the 10th play of the drive.
Gotta make the play when it's there. Gotta make the play when it's there. Second time. This drive. Second time. Right there. Right there. Another one right there. 3 times to make that play.
Because the same way he wants to block in the run game, he expects those running backs when a play is dialed up for him to make a completion to step up and block a linebacker the same way. It means a ton to him, and I think he's inspired this wide receiver room to follow suit as well.
Touchdown and an extra point gives Jacksonville their first lead. Jarvis Johnson in motion. Roll out, flag down, sidearm swing, touchdown.
No.
Down right at the step. Number 2. It is the Ernest Johnson.
See, he's upset with himself because you practice these plays and you run them a certain way. And even to start that play, as they're watching Christian Kirk right here, as he gets his feet in bounds, didn't matter because of the penalty before the snap. But Ernest Johnson was lined up on the wrong side of the field to start the play. Trevor Lawrence had to direct him to the other side. And then, so the play from the very beginning was messed up.
BTN back being on 2nd down and goal. Lawrence rolls right, throws back across, and knocked down incomplete.
All right, let's hold up here, 3rd down. Let's keep the lead.
CTN was the intended receiver.
3rd and goal here.
That's why when you get the chance to put the game away, you want to put it away, man.
About exactly what the Cleveland Browns are going to do. Jim Schwartz has been bringing pressure in the second half. Spreading them out allows them to have to declare, and you get to see as a quarterback where exactly they're coming from and what you need to do.
Finish the Jacksonville theme this week. Can they finish this drive with a touchdown? Lawrence over the middle, over the air. The closest.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. You keep the lead.
The 4th down.
Are they staying out there?
7:34 left.
They going out?
Jacksonville down 6. And it looks like Jason Lawrence remaining on the field.
Yeah, I think for Doug Peterson, they have the momentum right now. They've been rolling. So he's debating whether he's going to keep this offense on the field. And I would go for it. I like this decision with how they played in this second half. As the guy goes down on the field right now, there might be an injury.
It's on Harrison.
I don't think they're going to go for this. The way they've been getting pressure on defense, I mean, it'd be silly to go for this, right? Like, you could get the field goal. You feel confident you could get the ball back if you're Jacksonville.
It's 4th quarter.
Yeah.
It gives Doug Peterson a little bit more confidence to go for it in this situation. Knowing that if you don't get it, they still have to drive the length of the field, and you've been getting stops in this second half.
Devil's advocate, field goal cuts it to 3. Your defense has been strong. You get the ball back, and now only need a field goal to extend.
Definitely. And those are the decisions for Peterson. But you told us you have analytics, you have all of those charts, but in the moment it becomes a gut call as his gut, I guess, turned the other way, and he sent the field goal get it out there.
Can your gut change?
According to my wife, it did on a daily basis. My kids are playing sports this weekend, so she's probably not listening.
Yeah, they're kicking the field goal. Okay, I thought so. It made no sense for them to go for it there.
Perfect.
All right, offense. Can't give them the ball back quickly. Got to score, get points.
Jameson, famously smooth whiskey, famously big fan.
Need points from the offense here.
She's landing a smooth whiskey, Jameson. Jameson.
Eyes on the phone now. Your appearance has been scheduled.
You know, to help the Browns on this drive. If we get this stream up to 1,000 likes, we got over 1,000 people in here, 800 likes almost. Let's get this up. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200. Let's get this drive going. That'll help the drive if we get the like number up. Yeah, I mean, they've been getting pressure. So right now, the Browns have been dealing with a lot of pressure early in any pass play they try to get off here. And that's really disrupted them. Run game wise, I think it'd be there as much as they're blitzing. I think it would be there, but we'll see what they go with the play call. It'd be nice to see Cooper in this drive. It'd be nice. There you go. We at 856. 856 likes. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 900. Let's get to 900 for the offense season field. Let's get to 900 right now. If you haven't liked the stream, like the stream right now. Hit that like button. We almost at 900. We 880. 880. Come on, let's hit that like button. If you haven't done it, do it.
Sponsored by Geico. Get more with Geico.
Nick Rose says the chat got negative so quick. Let's keep it going our way and cheer for our team. Absolutely. Let's get the Browns going right here. Okay, we at 917. We can hit that 1K. We can hit that 1K before the offense snaps the ball. We just need 80 more likes.
Not quite accomplished yet. The tide of this game has certainly changed here in this fourth quarter. Jacksonville down as many as 13, down within 3.
All right, weather's cleared up.
Moving with a purpose in the first half. Not as much here in half 2.
974. We're 25 likes away from hitting that 1K number. Come on, we got 25 likes in us. Let's get to 1K. Let's get to 1K.
Window 10 games in the early slate. In week 2, can't argue with that. There's 2 teams that need week 2 wins more than these 2.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Here we go. 1K right there. We did it. All right, Deshaun says he's a fourth quarter player. Let's see it.
Running as the extra tight end. Amari Cooper.
They sniffed that one out. 2nd and 8.
We haven't seen much of him today. And that was a matchup I was expecting to see a lot of. Amari Cooper with no Tyson Campbell. Right there, Montero, Buster Brown on coverage. They've done a really good job on him, and they're trying to get a screen, which shows that's the fans on the other side. He's realizing, I got to get Cooper involved, trying to get the ball in his hands, but nothing doing on that one.
Just his second catch. He had 2 catches.
One-on-one look here. Coop's open.
Second pass we've seen today, hit him in both hands, and not.
It's like the 5th pass we've seen Amari Cooper drop, man. Come on.
We spoke to him. Deshaun said last week was the first time he was really hit, not a ton of full speed reps during the training camp, and obviously didn't play in the preseason.
Jacksonville, the mic is yours on 3rd down.
Yeah, see, they took Amari Cooper and moved him. Now they got Jerry Jeudy running a one-on-one. And he's going to be able to get it. Yeah, that was a good move. They just decided to get – so they basically swapped where Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper play in that formation, because it's usually Amari Cooper that gets that kind of a route going across. They put Jerry Jeudy in there to get the first down. I mean, Jerry's been pretty useful. They slipped. What's the flag? We got it. Come on, guys.
Looks to be Cleveland. Illegal shift.
Hey.
We've seen multiple illegal shifts in this game. The NFL as a whole, there's so much.
There's like been 12 illegal shift penalties in this game alone, both sides. I think that's just a fight between coaches and the league. Got him. big. Big. Big time. Big time. Finally get some protection. Jerry Jeudy wide open there, catches it, and then keeps it through contact. Big time alert there. Love that. Love that. Love that. Hey, way to stay in there and make that throw, Watt.
He gets up and continues to show up for this football team. And today we've seen better execution to go along with the toughness.
29-yard connection. Watch it. Amongst bodies. Shipping's away.
Oh, did he make that? They said he caught that. What a play by Watson. Wow. There's no way he got both in, right? Get the ball to the line of scrimmage.
Set up a third down and about forward.
All right.
We're going to see him right here. Possesses the ball. The right one drags and the left one is down. I believe that's a completion, and that's why it wasn't challenged. Drag and the left one's down. I think that's a catch.
It's close. It's really close. Sean's gonna run this. There you go. No, that's a first down. No, that can't be the spot. His forward progress was across the line. That can't be the spot. That can't be the spot.
We've seen that from them. Whenever it's been fourth and short, Stefanski hasn't hesitated. He's put that offense out on the field. He's brought Jameis Winston in. He did a QB sneak. Then he handed one off. I think you go for this because your offense is continuing to show you put your faith in us.
Jameis Winston came on in 2-foot down scenarios in the first half. What a sneak. Get them handed off. 4 inches. Winston.
Got it. Way to wait. See, Jameis was real patient on that one, just waited. All right. Good drive so far.
The offense going out there, Deshaun Watson making plays, and Stefanski has not hesitated to down in one situation.
My chest. They doing this to me again. Oh, it's the cardiac Browns.
Situation Jacksonville could have the lead with a touchdown. Stress it Cleveland, it pays off. Hornet on the left side gains a couple, and now
gained one.
These timeouts start to be registered.
Yeah, you realize right now still have 3 of them in the 2-minute warning, so we'll see what they decide to do as we come back. 16-13.
All right, so you use one timeout here. Good things happen, and I would just like to point out that good things happen when y'all hit that like button. Y'all saw that, right? We got the 1K likes before that drive started, and good things happened. So remember that. Good things happen when you hit the damn like button. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a Nerd One commercial. I'm not even human.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
Verizon trade in any phone, any condition for the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. The phones are going to be flying to Verizon.
New and existing customers can pre-order iPhone 16 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Oh yeah, do I got audible credit? Let me check.
Daddy Ventura is formulated to remove odor better than detergent alone.
Super chat. Never seen Coop play this bad. Yeah, well, he didn't play well last week, and it got masked, and now we're gonna have a unfortunate conversation about Amari Cooper because I think the Browns swapped Jerry Jeudy to X in that drive, which kind of tells me where they're at with it. But yeah, I'm not the only one that's noticed. I know you guys have noticed.
New season of Survivor starts Wednesday at 7 Central on CBS.
3-point game, under 3 minutes left. Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, all the latest NFL scores and highlights. Both of these teams looking to avoid that 0-2 start. You can see right there, the Browns missed the playoffs into the last 13 times after starting 0-2. Kevin Stefanski has not started 0-2 with the Browns. Have a chance to put this away with a long drive. It's 2nd down and 10.
You got it. You got it. Good run, D. Get down. Every fucking time. Every time we get 10 yards on a run, it's a hole. Bro, what the hell is going on?
It's against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Is it against Jacksonville?
Face mask on the defense.
It feel like it's against us. Hey, that's what? What? Who is the face mask on?
You can get stiff arm out there and you can put it on the face mask, but you cannot.
Yeah, that's a face mask.
As he has Johnson's face mask and breaks him down to
Yeah, that was a face mask.
by the officials to catch that one.
That's a crucial penalty. Instead of it being a first down for Cleveland and Jacksonville having to play the timeout game, instead it brings it back to the 30. You can see Watson on this drive. Stops the clock as well. Yes. Heads here. 2nd and 16. Watson knocked away. Elijah Moore followed it. Jarian Jones blasted 3rd down.
Jarian Jones, who they call Jar Jar. You saw the confidence last week when he was matched up against Tyreek Hill as Elijah Moore actually just drops that.
That's a straight up drop. A lot of drops in this game. I mean, we got to talk about it. There's been a lot of drops in this game by the wide receiver. All of them. Except for Jerry Jeudy.
Don't try to do too much in a 3rd and 16 situation.
Just 4 for 27 on 3rd downs this season, Cleveland. 3rd and 16. Watson, does he have more magic? Flat down, back by the line of scrimmage. As Watson is swallowed up at the 28.
On the Browns?
Doug Peterson. Decision as to whether you accept or decline.
Penalties, man. Story of the second half. I mean, like, it's been the penalties. Penalties on both sides of the ball. Hold on. The story of the second half for this team has been penalties on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. I mean, how many holding calls can we get in one half of football? You played a relatively clean first half on both sides. You're playing a dirty, nasty, ugly second half of penalties here. Penalties and drops. Been the story of the second half here. Now you're in the 3rd and 26. And you've stopped the clock twice for Jacksonville when they have timeouts to have to burn.
This is
And another flag.
It's the similar mechanics of the decision that we just saw. If this is a penalty on Cleveland. He still has a 2-minute warning, so you take it.
This can't keep happening. Yeah, that's a hold. That's a hold. Like, why? I mean, this is just horrible from the offensive line this second half. Like, this 3rd and 36 is all on the offensive line, other than, like, the face mask that Foreman got. You should be at the 10. You should be ready to score right now.
You just continue to go backwards where you could be looking at on 4th down instead of putting punts on the board.
And then you give them the 2-minute warning. Just an abysmal series there. I mean, in penalties, you stop the clock 3 times. You get to 3rd and 36. Now they have the 2-minute warning and 2 timeouts. Now you're out of field goal range. You got to throw yourself into it. Just an awful, awful last 3 plays there via penalties. And you can't put that on anybody else other than the offensive line. I mean, that's who's been committing all the penalties, all these holds. It can't happen. All right, we might be missing Callahan more than I thought. These penalties ain't got nothing to do. Bill Callahan ain't stopping you from holding somebody. That's not, no, don't give him the leeway of saying, oh, somebody else's fault. No, it's on them. Don't fucking hold.
About a 58-yard field goal.
I don't even know if you kicked that.
2-minute warning. 3-point game in Jacksonville.
Did you?
I mean, you went from being in complete control of ending this game to all the penalties on the offensive line. And it's just lack of discipline there from all of them. They should be more. Ethan Posick should be way more disciplined. 2 of those holds were on Wyatt Teller. This ain't even a young guy, or the backups getting those holds. These are veteran players getting these holds. It's not acceptable. It's absolutely 100% not acceptable. We can't just throw it on, oh, well, they got a new offensive line coach. Having a new offensive line coach don't mean you forget how not to hold. It's ridiculous. I mean, now you got Dustin Hopkins out here trying to kick a 58. I mean, like, even if you do it, you might want to just punt. Touchdown.
Bundle and save with the personal price line field goal.
So do you kick it or pass it?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. With multi-view on NFL Sunday tickets, every game can be the most important game. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Watch every game, every Sunday, all in one place.
Do not know the name of this girl. What I do know is neutral is the tasty pizza made with real vodka and real fruit juice. This one.
Yeah, whatever's going on with the penalties early in the season for the Cleveland Browns, they got to figure out fast. Both these games they've been plagued by offensive line and procedural penalties. Now, the illegal shift stuff I can throw out because everybody across the league's being hit with that penalty way harder. But you know, the offensive line stuff, I mean, are we cooked or something? Like, why are we holding every play? Every freaking play.
State Farm. Good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Is it Boherquez out there? Yeah, we got a punt.
4th down and long from the +41. Be about a 58-yard field goal, which is the career long of Dustin Hopkins. But with the lead, they don't need to force the attempt. Memphis defense instead has his punt unit on. Corey Boherquez backs it off Devin Duvernay. Let's miss sail.
Oh, what a punt! Oh, wow. A masterpiece by Corey Bojorquez. And let's look for flags. No flags, right? Woo! Sheesh. Well, punting was the right call. Punting was absolutely the right thing to do if you're going to do that.
Coming up in the final minutes today.
Was one of the biggest plays of the afternoon. Start from the punter who played his college football in Mexico. From the 2, Lawrence.
Oh, a safety! Oh, it's over! Let's go, Alex Wright! Somebody had to make the play to win the game. Somebody had to make the play to win the game. Somebody had to make it. Woo!
You said the punt was one of
Woo!
the plays of this afternoon.
Woo!
To this right here.
Hey,
Getting up the field.
great job, Miles, getting that pressure and the way to finish the play. Way to safety, finish the play. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody had to do it.
Execution by the defense right there to take advantage of Bojorquez, who we're looking at right there, number 13, the punter, of making a tremendous play.
Hey, hindsight 2020. Hindsight is always 2020, but that might have been the greatest decision to punt the football any coach has ever made. Like, that has to have worked out the best way a decision to punt the football in that down and distance has ever worked out. My God. Woo. 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 Oh, I thought we was gonna collapse. Oh, just this close. Oh my God.
Set them back. They get the ball with a chance to move down the field. Brandon, they take your own 2.
Oh my God. All right. Why you need most of the defense? When you need them the most, the defense shows up. One more with the super chat. Appreciate you. Got another one. Corey Bojorquez, the MVP from Hayden Berry. Appreciate you. Oh, wow. No, they got to punt, right? They got to do an onside kick. I mean, not an onside kick. They got to do a free kick because they're safety. They can't onside kick this shit. It's not allowed. Yeah. You can't onside kick a safety, you goofball. Punt the freaking ball. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jacksonville? What are you doing?
Jacksonville needs the ball back in Cleveland, realizing this is a strange situation. They want an extra beat to talk about it and call timeouts. Coming up next, game 2 of our NFL on CBS doubleheader. Says two of the best quarterbacks in the game. They go at it again.
John Logan says, yeah, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. Well thought out. Appreciate that. Absolutely agree. Go Browns. Whew.
The punter. Chris, punters, kickers, they matter. Corey Bojorquez shows it right there because the very next play after that, play is taken down.
Wow. Punters matter. Hey, punters matter. My bad. Punters matter, dog. Corey Bojorquez just put the game away. 2 plays in a row. That's what this game has been begging for, somebody to make a play. You need to make some plays, right? Corey Bojorquez makes a play with that punt. The ball makes a play, and then Alex Wright and Myles Garrett combined there for a good sack, a safety. Whew. They arguing about if they can punt it? You can't onside punt, dog. That's not allowed.
This is an interesting situation coming up with off of a safety. You can't traditionally kick it with the onside kick, which, by the way, this year with the new dynamic kickoff, have to declare ahead of time.
And you can only do an onside kick in the fourth quarter if you're trailing, and to your point, and that's what telling the other team that you're going to do so. But this is a different situation coming off of that safety. And now, just to back it up, Jacksonville first came out and were putting the ball on the tee to do an onside kick. And then the punter Cook came out to punt the ball. Then there was a timeout. There's been a ton of conversation that has now went on.
DW4 did his job today. Can't be mad, but Coop needs to talking about too after today.
So again, this has to be a punt for Cook. See what the strategy here is with it. Sky high. Makes the most sense. Call for a catch for Cleveland. And that's exactly what James Prochet does.
Good job, James. Good job. Hey, man. Also, I want to say this about Jacksonville. They're a good and talented football team, but man, this is what a goofball coached football team looks like. Like the Browns issues, penalties, holding, you hope they clean that up by then. They got some other stuff. They tried to run an offside kick after they got a safety. Like that's just mind-boggling to me. Coach Stefanski is the Zen master. Hey, made some critical calls in this game that ended up working out for the best.
To put this one protecting the rock pyramid inside of the 40-yard line.
They're going to call timeout.
Jacksonville with 2 timeouts left.
They called timeout? Why's the clock stop? They called timeout? Okay. They called the timeout. Can't give them free clock stops. Make Corey the highest paid punter, dog. So Zach Zenter's in the game right now. I don't know if he's the extra guy. No, they got a tight end out there. Where's Zenter in at?
Nick Harris, who's a center, playing the fullback role, 2nd and 7. Foreman stop.
Yeah, they got Zenter in at left tackle? Or is he playing tight end? He must be playing tight end. Coffin corner into a safety. That was a special teams coach's dream. Absolutely, Ray Rags. Let's put your own forward in. Let's get a sweep. Like you want to get the first down, but you don't want to throw it. So let's get a sweep here.
I don't think so. I think in a situation right now where Jacksonville just used their last time out, you continue to just run the football. Don't take any chances.
Play action. Watching rolls in. Pressure. Close. Not really complete yet. Finally rolling to the of course, would be the one to provide the pressure.
You kicking the field goal?
For that to even be an incompletion in that way, Watson would have been better off taking the sack. That's why I don't like that. I don't like that decision.
I think they thought they'd get a big play here.
Make a play outside the pocket. And let's take another look at this right now, too, with Hines Allen going.
Almost could have got hands to the face there.
But to your point, Chris, that was a minute and 29 seconds left, and Trevor Lawrence is going to get the ball back with an opportunity to march down the field. I would love to have kept that clock back and give him his.
Hallelujah. Let's effing go, Browns. Just wanted to say hi, Q. Been with you since day one. You are the epitome of quality content, perspective, never give up on what you do and who you are from West B. Appreciate that. Now you're going to have to catch that shit, bro. All right. Got him within the 10. No timeouts. Can't let him go 90.
For defense, you're looking at the Cleveland Browns. The main thing is obviously you can't let the ball go over your head. But you're okay with short completions and tackles in bounds because they have no timeouts. And for Trevor Lawrence, you're trying to get chunk plays. Yes, you want to get the ball down the field and out of bounds, but even if you can't, you need to pick up yards as you're moving forward because you're going to need a touchdown to win this game.
Safety huge in that part to make it. So they need a touchdown. Lawrence.
Oh, almost intercepted.
The receiver, a trio of rounds in the area, including Jordan Hicks. Second down upcoming.
The Browns right there, non-aggressive four-man rush, playing cover two in the back end, playing zone. And that ball right there, Christian Kirk has to come down and hit him in both hands. But at the same time, you catch that ball in the middle of the field.
I Denzel Ward off the field.
A completion deep down the field on the sideline to get out of bounds.
Jacksonville, no timeouts. Second down. Lawrence outside. Davis. On the 33. And at the timeout, Jaguars are.
We're going to watch the Browns get up slow from the ground. I think we have a guy down on the field right now for the Cleveland Browns.
Okarako.
Gabe Davis, sideline taken away, gets right up in there, makes a completion, gets down. Just something to get this drive going.
22-yard gain. Second year with Cleveland. And I feel like Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a former player. Anytime in a 2-minute situation, you can get a break in the heat here in Jacksonville. I imagine that's beneficial.
It's huge. We were talking about on defense, and obviously Okarako.
Yeah, is Denzel going to get back on the field here?
Because what that injury did, it allowed the clock to stop. So we were talking about it on defense. Right there, Okarako wasn't close enough to the sideline. But if you got injured, you try to maybe even roll off to the sideline to keep that clock rolling after that completion. Because now this allows, when we're looking at Jacksonville, to huddle up, be under control, and get their next play going.
Even from a Jacksonville perspective,
It stopped the clock?
Trevor Bank Stadium for this because Trevor Lawrence have a game-winning drive in it.
Browns have been close on interceptions all game for Trevor Lawrence. They get pressure. Here comes Miles. He's on the run.
Picks up the first down. Under a minute left.
I thought Lawrence was going to head to the sideline and try to get out of bounds. But I like to get to go for more yards.
All right, it's taking a lot of time off the clock here. Holding. Good job, Greg. What's the flag?
Back here at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be on Jacksonville. Gabe Davis look hurts.
This is about as hard as it's rained all game.
What a weird game. What a weird game today.
Couldn't get any worse than this going on with the rain. Gabe Davis walking off gingerly to the sideline, trying to make a play. What we've seen from Cleveland so far on defense, if they're protecting the
I think what the holdup is Kevin wants to know if he can get that 10-second runoff and what the time is going to be if he gets that 10-second runoff. Because if this is holding, you get a 10-second runoff with the hold, I believe.
Seconds, there was a legal shift offense. The offense never got set. By rules, if it ball foul, there will be a 10-second runoff.
Okay, 38 seconds. Knew they were figuring out the runoff here. Hey, it's got to move on the whistle. The clock's got to move on the whistle now.
Explaining exactly to Doug Peterson what was going on, that 10-second runoff, because if the offense creates a penalty, you don't want to give them.
Yeah, okay. He's past the line of scrimmage. And it's debatable whether he was behind the line of scrimmage when he threw that, and that's going to be the flag here. He cleared it. That's on him.
The last thing you want
Yeah.
is get a one-on-one jump ball. The Browns having two defenders or safeties.
Yep. The question is, what's his arm behind the line of scrimmage when he threw it? Because that was the only thing I saw there. I know his feet were past it. Ravens might be 0-2. Yeah. We'll talk about the Ravens once we get done with this one. Yeah, I think his wrist was behind the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
Just 26 seconds. Needing a touchdown. No timeouts left.
You don't see any Browns defenders in this street because they're all so far back.
They're only going to have time to get one play off. They got to spike it. Yeah, they only have one time play for a play, maybe two.
8 seconds left. Maybe two plays. Two plays will be extremely hard to get just because of how far the guys have to run to get to the end zone. I can see them depend upon what Cleveland does defensively, which they'll probably back everybody up. You go to quick completion to the outside to move a little closer to that end zone, and then you have.
All right, last 8 seconds.
Catches his breath.
They got to snap it.
With 8 seconds left.
Pressure. That's picked. That's over. That's over. That's game, baby. Woo! 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 Man, that thing was tight. Oh, my goodness. That was a tight ball game there. Oh, my God. Yucky the yucks. That was tight. Lord, that was tight. Oh, Baltimore might lose? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Bonus coverage. Wait a minute. What? Straight on. He got it. So probably at least overtime.
Right through the upright for Daniel Carlson. So here's something to discuss, Andrew. Before the dynamic, Gardner Minshew celebrating as well on the sideline, knowing he put his team in position to come from behind and win this game. But my point, Andrew, before the dynamic kickoff, you had time like this on the clock.
Wow.
You would hard swiv it just so the clock would start, and you maybe give them a chance to return. But now the ball has to hit inside the 20, so the swiv is out. But you probably want this thing to land inside of that landing zone so that the clock ticks off. Now it's risky, obviously, because it could first one, on a phone call, or kick the touchdown. take the whole play out of commission.
But you take the touchback. Lamar Jackson needs 30 yards.
13 unanswered points for Las Vegas. Let's see what they decide to do with the kickoff. Carlson.
Ravens have no timeouts here. They have no timeouts.
The Ravens will get the ball at the 30. Coming up next, don't forget Game 2 of our NFL and CBS doubleheader. Most of you will see the Bengals take on the Chiefs. That's coming up next on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. But the Ravens, without a timeout and 27 seconds on the clock, put the ball in the hands of the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Hold on. Never a doubt. W for the Browns. Jerry Winkler says with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Hold on now. Let's watch what the Ravens got going. Over the middle. Now they're gonna have to snap this one with about like 10 seconds left. They're gonna have to spike it.
15 seconds to go. And Jackson stops.
Okay, so Baltimore has 2 plays left. Ooh. They really they got 2 plays left. And remember, one of them has to be the field goal to tie it or the game winner. So I imagine they're going to go underneath. It's got to be out of bounds. Or they got to get something short underneath quickly so they can get back to the line of scrimmage and spike it. It'll be what? 4th down, though. Because you're going to have to use 2 downs to get there. Yeah, they're going to have to go middle of the field here. Oh, what? Oh, he almost takes a sack. Throws it out of bounds, and now they got to win it. That means, okay, 7 seconds left. Baltimore down 3, and Lamar Jackson just threw the ball out of bounds, which stops the clock, but they're at 7 seconds, which means they can't kick this anymore. They're not in field goal range right now. It's 3rd and 10. They can't kick this. They got to get it on this throw here. Clinch Butt Cheeks is back on for this season? Absolutely, man. Cleveland Browns. The CB stands for Clinch Butt Cheeks.
Here it's 76. So if they can get
Why do the Browns have to give us heart attacks? That's football, baby. They call it timeout.
Trey Blake, our referee. To the snap. Timeout. Las Vegas.
All right. Give me 1 second, y'all.
With Justin Tucker, good from 70.
That's off a tee, though. That's not snap. That hits the camera. I mean, that's a good kick. That's a field goal. Hits the camera. But that's not the mechanism. Yes, the camera's good, but that's not what snap, hold, kick. That's from a stationary tee.
That's fair.
It's a different mechanism.
Well, we know he's got the NFL record, a 66-yard field goal back in 2021.
Baltimore got no timeouts, though.
The Raiders do defensively here. Deep press up front on the wide receivers. Obviously, it creates a risk, but with off coverages, they seem to be.
Baltimore's got to get this here.
Get this thing out. It's likely to come down here. Get this thing out to the sideline.
Jackson looking deep down the field.
Oh, it's dropped. Wow.
It was a deep out, and Isaiah likely.
Wow.
Looked like he had it, but you see.
Wow.
You see the
Well, Baltimore might go 0-2 to start the season.
sneaky great play by Jack Jones.
I like Jack Jones. He got off the field issues, but I like Jack Jones.
It's a catch.
All right. Either we're going to see the greatest throw we've ever seen in our life, or we're going to see the Ravens get upset here.
Antonio Pierce will use his final timeout.
I get why Antonio Pierce is doing this. It's just to collect the mindset of this defense right now. Don't let anything stupid happen. If you need to catch a wind, a little breath, whatever it may be, I'm giving it to you right now. Be smart. Everything has to stay in front of you.
A Las Vegas team
Woo. Don't it feel good to win, though, Browns fans? I know it was a tight one. It was tighter than it needed to be. But, hey, look, Baltimore's about to lose potentially or have to really squeeze one out on a miracle for the second time against Gardner Minshew.
Lamar Jackson, we know he's got the arm talent to throw at the length of the field. But will the protection be there? Because you got Max Crosby coming at you, even though Las Vegas will only rush 3.
But even with rushing 3, you still got to believe Max Crosby, who's standing right here in the middle of the field.
Jackson just going to run. The blockers ahead. Jackson throws it back. That's Justice Hill. Hill, that looks like a forward pass. There's the flag.
And that's ball game. Wow. Gardner Minshew. Baltimore kryptonite. Ooh, that's gross. That is disgusting. They can't beat Gardner Minshew out there in Baltimore. Oh, man, that's bad. Oh, man, Baltimore. Hey, bro, I tried to tell Baltimore fans you aren't a better team than you were last year. I wonder if they listen to me now. Wonder if they'll listen to me now.
Lamar Jackson as he takes off. You watch it.
Hey, we beat Gardner Minshew, though. Somebody said Gardner Minshew was giving it to us in that Colts game. Yeah, sure, but we beat him. He was giving it to Baltimore 2 times, and they couldn't do nothing. Okay, they lost to both of them. Oh, they lost to Gardner Minshew 2 times at home. We let Gardner Minshew do that on the road, dog. It's different. It's different. It's different. Deshaun needs better receiver play. O-line, Miles better. Go Browns. The O-line was better in the first half. Second half O-line, we got something to talk about here. We got a lot to talk about. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me some water. And then we're going to talk about this game, recap it, and all that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Uncle Rico over Deshaun Watson. I mean, this isn't a game to shit on Deshaun Watson, David. Like, you missed the train. That was last week. Deshaun Watson played well in this one. I hate to break it to you. He played well. He was actually pretty good in this game. So, honestly, of all the things offensively, Deshaun Watson's not even on my list of concerns. And I came into this one as concerned about Deshaun Watson as anybody could be. So, yeah, man, this ain't the one. Not saying Deshaun Watson played lights out. No, he didn't play lights out. But not a lot of the Browns' issues offensively had anything to do with Deshaun Watson. We'll talk about it, though. We'll talk about it because I know everybody's going to want to talk about Deshaun Watson. And and try to get it. And now that, the game's over, we're going to get all the people who did not watch the game and then just looked at the box score with, all those freaking idiots that want to have something to say but don't actually want to watch the goddamn game. Like, sure, we're going to hear from them. But those people aren't the ones that matter, by the way. Did they just turn that ball over? Did Cincinnati just turn that ball over already? All right, let me focus. Let's get to recapping what happened in this game. My first impression with this Browns game this week is much better, especially in the first half. Let's talk about the guy that we've been talking about all week. He has the cases looming. His play was horrible last week, and it was a big topic of conversation, and that was Deshaun Watson. Now, was Deshaun Watson undeniable in this game? No, I don't think anybody's going to make an argument that Deshaun Watson was undeniably good in this game and that this game is why you bring him. No, he was pretty solid in this game. He made the plays that were there. I think he got let down a lot by his wide receivers in this one. Ultimately, he was 22 of 34 for 186. Given what the passing numbers look like for week one, that's actually on the higher side of passers for what the numbers were week one. So that's not as low of a number as we've been conditioned to think it was over the last few years. I think Deshaun Watson played well in this game. I think he did a good job avoiding taking sacks. I thought he was pretty spry on his feet while avoiding these sacks. I thought he made a couple of extracurricular plays. He did not force himself right or left as much as he did versus Dallas. He seemed like he had a good grasp of the game plan and a good grasp of what the Cleveland Browns wanted to accomplish, especially in that first half. And he looked more confident and looked a lot more like an NFL quarterback in this one. So honestly, we came into this with the big microscope on Deshaun Watson. And for now, I don't think we saw anything that would make us more concerned about Deshaun than what week one gave us. This was definitely a much better performance. I don't think anybody's going to debate if Deshaun Watson was better than this game. He was significantly better in this game than he was week one. What this doesn't do, though, is make everything go back to normal with Deshaun. He's still got to dig himself out of what was a putrid week one performance. And this was a good step in the right direction for Deshaun Watson, but it ain't over yet for him, right? He has to continue to stack games like this and games better than this going forward. But for a first step after what happened week one, I'm fine with it. This is a good first step here. Now, I mentioned the microscope that we had on Deshaun Watson in this game. During the course of this game, that microscope, that got turned from Deshaun Watson, and now we're looking over here, and we're like, hey, what's going on with Amari Cooper? Now, last week, I didn't want to say it because everybody else was talking about Deshaun Watson. Everybody else was talking about everything else going on with the offense. But I felt like Amari Cooper showed some signs of losing a step, right? The deep ball versus Dallas where he couldn't run underneath it. That concerned me. More so than the drop, right? If you just look at it, the drop's fine, but Amari Cooper should be able to accelerate and get underneath that football. He had enough time. It was in the air. He tracked it. Usually Amari Cooper is able to do that. A couple of times where Amari Cooper got open, wasn't able to maintain separation, wasn't able to hit that gear in the first week. This week, a lot of that tape was there, right? Where he's not really getting a ton of separation. At one point, I think the Browns swapped Jerry Jeudy to X just so they can get the separation that they wanted early in this game. And I think it's starting to become a thing. Now, again, it is worth noting, Browns played their first two games on natural grass fields. The field conditions for this game were not great. So maybe this is Amari Cooper not being able to get traction, and that's why he didn't play well. But that excuse is still not something that's there for everybody else. Amari Cooper had 8 targets in this game, 3 receptions, 11 yards, and he had, I think, 5 drops that people are going to say are drops, and then 3 statistical drops in this game. Each one of them less acceptable than the last one. It was a horrible game from Amari Cooper, and it's the second one. And maybe the conditions had something to do with it. But Jerry Jeudy played under those same conditions, and I can't believe I'm saying this, thoroughly. Outplayed every other wide receiver on this team. Jerry Jeudy was great in this game. 5 receptions, 73 yards on 6 targets, had that great reception where Deshaun Watson threw right. Really did a great job of adjusting to Deshaun Watson when he did break the pocket and making plays for his quarterback, right? Deshaun Watson rolled right through to him. He got a toe tap in there late in the game. And in another situation where Deshaun Watson early in the game threw right, tipped the ball up, threw a 50-50 ball, and Jerry Jeudy fought through it. I think his one drop was he didn't maintain a catch through contact, but the separation was there. The burst is there. Jerry Jeudy looked very good in this game. I can't say the same for Elijah Moore. Like, his stat line is ultimately going to look fine. 6 receptions, 44 yards on 8 targets, but I feel like he let the team down a little bit here. Same thing with David Bell. Same thing with Amari Cooper. The only wide receiver I felt like played a sufficient game to a good game is Jerry Jeudy. Everybody else underwhelmed. I also thought the run game was here in a much better way. Now, the offensive line, and I'm not exaggerating, the offensive line alone might have wiped away 60 yards in rushing on holding calls. Like, they wiped away some really big runs for the Cleveland Browns on some pretty needless holding calls. But Jerome Ford continues to show that he should be more of a part of this offense. He played well last week, especially in the second half of that Dallas game. I know people called me crazy for saying it. I was dead on with that. I'm dead on with it here. 7 carries, 64 yards for Jerome Ford on 9.1 a carry. The dude should get more carries. He's pretty damn good. I told you, people's perception of him was a little bit skewed. Donta Foreman, 14 carries, 42 yards. With how he gets his carries, you're fine with that yards per carry number because he does get a ton of short yardage stuff, but you're fine with that, right? Overall, 100 yards in about 21 carries for both your running backs, and you're probably over 4.5 a carry with that. That's good running from both your running backs there. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson running the ball. I thought he did a good job running the ball here. Jameis Winston did a good job, a really good job, actually, on quarterback sneaks during this game. So really happy with what the Browns were able to do in the ground game. The big stinker on this team in the second half was the offensive line play. They were getting immediate pressure, pretty much the whole second half. They finally tamped down on some of that pressure late in the fourth quarter and were able to give Deshaun some clean pockets. And the passing game got productive again, but then they got a million holding penalties. It's really something has to be done here. I know people are going to blame it on the Browns having a new offensive line coach or something like that. I don't think that's a valid excuse for this offensive line because Ethan Posic's a veteran player. Wyatt Teller is a veteran player. The players committing these penalties are veteran offensive linemen who should be way better than getting the amount of penalties that the Browns had in this game. Like, if we just look at the penalty breakdown for the Cleveland Browns, the Browns had 13 penalties for 100 yards versus Jacksonville's 6 penalties for 52 yards. And I'm going to tell you something. This wasn't a badly refereed game. The Browns got 13 penalties, and they earned all 13 of them shits. That was like every time they got a penalty. Yep, yeah, they did that. Yeah. Like, one of them was a face mask by Deontay Foreman, but there was a drive here where the Browns got themselves into like a 3rd and 36 off of just pure holds. They just kept holding after holding. And like every time they got a hold, they got like a 10, 15-yard run. And these holds weren't even close to where the run was. They got to clean that up. It killed them in the Dallas game. It almost killed them in this game. But fortunately, they got away with it. Let's talk about the defense. So actually, before I get to the defense, offense summary, Deshaun Watson, good first step. Let's see him continue to stack games like this here, and I want to see him do better than this, right, going forward. But good first step for Deshaun Watson. I really don't blame Deshaun Watson for anything that went wrong on offense. A lot of his misses were on target and drops. Like, Amari Cooper dropped a lot of production. Deshaun would have easily been over 200 and had a touchdown or two if you get better performances from Amari Cooper, point blank, period. Amari Cooper was that bad in this game. And the penalties on the offensive line, really unfortunate for this team because they had an opportunity to close this game out, make it much less interesting, but they penalized themselves out of it, and that was really the story of the whole second half. These penalties just came in droves in the second half. So got to clean up the penalties. You want to see Deshaun Watson continue to go on a good track. This is a good first step, but still the evaluation on him is continuing. And wide receivers, I mean, this room is supposed to be a lot better than this. And this was a putrid game by them. And they got to be better than this. And I think it's been 2 putrid games. I don't think they played good against Dallas. I know people are trying to act like it was just Deshaun. It wasn't just Deshaun. Deshaun was awful in that game, unspeakably bad, but so were the wide receivers in that game, and it's no excuse to either of them. They are both responsible for their own failures, and I think the wide receiving core did not have a good bounce-back game outside of Jerry Jeudy, who I think played really good, and that trade looking better and better each week the Browns have it here, because Jeudy was also the only guy who showed up in week 1. So Jerry Jeudy, good on you, man. You're proving a lot of people wrong right now. But I need Amari Cooper to wake up, because right now it does look like he's lost a step, and I'm concerned about that. The caveat there is he might have looked like he lost a step, but that's because he was playing in natural grass in rain conditions, and that might be the cause. We'll see. But I'm a little bit concerned about that with Coop. Not going to lie to you. Talk about the defense here. I think people made a big deal about the defense because it was time to be negative about the Browns, and you felt like you had to be negative about the whole team. You couldn't just be negative about the offense, right? But the truth is the Browns' week 1 performance was a bad showing by the offense, but the defense showed up. They only gave up 17 earned points. All the other points that the Browns gave up versus the Cowboys were because the offense gave up the ball in Cowboys territory. The Browns defense played great today. They gave up 13 points on 2 drives. Let me go to the play-by-play here to confirm that, right? So the Jacksonville Jaguars, they had 10 drives in this game. The Browns gave up scores on, I believe, 2 of them. One of them they held to a field goal on the goal line. The other one was a result of a big play that Greg Newsome gave up because he got long-armed by the rookie wide receiver for Jacksonville, and then they ran it in with Travis Etienne. So you don't think that's really replicatable. And then the other scoring drive was on a long drive that they were able to get there, but they got a lot of penalties that helped them through, and I believe they only got a field goal there. I'm fine with how the defense looked today. Again, the Jacksonville Jaguars aren't a nothing offense. They have a franchise quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, and this defense so far throughout the season has played 2 franchise quarterbacks. I think we need to remember. I think some of us want the defense to look like how it did against homeboy from Arizona every week. But when you play a franchise quarterback, they're going to be able to get a scoring drive off of you. Like, that's just going to happen. That's why those quarterbacks are paid so much money. Next week, when you play Daniel Jones, if you give up 25 points to the Giants offense, then we got something to be concerned about. But I thought the Browns defense was pretty good in this one. They made the plays that ended the game. Made you a little nervous, right? Were a little bit more leaky than you would want them to be at times. But overall, a really, really solid performance by the Browns defense. I thought the standouts defensively, Alex Wright had a really good game. I thought Miles, of course, he played solid. Jordan Hicks really stood out in this one. You can see that extra athleticism he brings to the linebacker position, being able to be pivotal to this team. JOK with the Guardian cap on, might have to keep it because he played excellent in this one. I thought Grant Delpit had himself a pretty solid day here too. Denzel Ward, I don't think he saw the field at the end. We're going to have to check and make sure that's not an injury situation going on with Denzel. But I thought the defense played fine. Thought you got a good one in there, but I can't skip past special teams this week. Usually I forget to bring up special teams, but boy, special teams really forced the issue this week. The special teams really brought it home for the Cleveland Browns in this one. From Dustin Hopkins, right? You get a couple field goals from Dustin Hopkins. He goes 3 for 3 in what were pretty bad conditions in Jacksonville, right? On and off rain, all that humidity. He goes 3 for 3 and makes his extra point, and also the long field goal of 53 yards there. Puts up 10 of the Browns' 18 points in this game. So you love to see that. Great stuff from Dustin Hopkins here. And then Corey Bojorquez with the play of the game here, an amazing punt at the end of this game to get the ball out to the 1 yard line. and then also the Browns defense capitalizing on that with Alex Wright getting the safety that basically ended the game for Jacksonville, or at least made this game out of reach here. Look, this isn't a game that's going to change people's opinions who were saltied on the team after week one. This isn't enough. But not one performance was going to do that, right? One performance isn't going to change the needle on where people are with Deshaun Watson. One performance wasn't going to change the needle of how people feel about the Cleveland Browns. What the Cleveland Browns need to do is put together consecutive weeks of winning. They need to put together consecutive weeks of good quarterback play. They need to put together consecutive weeks of success in order to move the needle from how bad they looked like versus the Dallas Cowboys. So yes, this was a step in the right direction. You won the game, but it's one step in the right direction. You got to continue to make those steps, and you got some winnable games ahead of you if you're the Cleveland Browns. This was the one you needed to get to. When you look at the games that you're playing, this was one of the ones that you really wanted to get, because the AFC win matters a lot more than an NFC win. So you get the AFC win here. You're 1-1. You play the Giants next week. I believe after that you play the Commanders, and then somewhere in between there you play the Raiders, who just beat the Ravens, so they might not be a slouch either. And we saw what Gardner Minshew was able to do to this Browns defense last year, one of the few quarterbacks that were able to dice them up when they were healthy. So you can't sleep on any of the challenges ahead of you. But if you're the Cleveland Browns, you really got to take this 1 week at a time, because narratives about you, how people talk about you, how you feel as a fan, that's not going to change after one win or one game or one good performance, right? I know we're used to doing that in the social media era, of doing our victory laps after 1 week and dunking on guys, and now it's a different world because we won this week. But the truth is, it's going to take multiple weeks. It's going to take multiple steps in the right direction, and you can't celebrate. Well, you can celebrate, obviously, it's a win, but you can't act like everything's a race. You just got to keep going in the right direction. This was a right step in the right direction, and you should be excited about it. Now let's move on to week 2 versus the New York Giants. Hopefully have a clean week of practice and maybe get your tackles back, because it looks like you're going to need them with all the holding penalties that you're getting. It felt like that had something to do with it. But even then, it was the starters that were getting those holding calls. So clean up those holds. You keep the pocket clean. It looks like Deshaun could throw the football a little bit better, and we'll see where Deshaun goes as he gets more and more reps. But this was a step in the right direction for him. It was a step in the right direction for the offense. I thought Kevin Stefanski had an excellent game calling the game. Some excellent play calls, right? The decision to punt it in field goal range, right? They could have kicked a 58-yard field goal. They decided to punt it, made all the difference in the world, put the game away. And also the decision to go for it on 4th down and do a toss sweep instead of just doing a quarterback sneak led to another point situation for the Cleveland Browns. So good step in the right direction for the Browns offense. Good step for the Browns, period, to get this win. But they're not done yet. It's only week 2. 1 week at a time. Let's focus now on the New York Giants and what the Browns can do to continue to go in the right direction, because this is more like it. All right. We'll put the Cincinnati score up while I figure out everything that's going on. How you guys feeling, chat? Now that I'm back. How you guys feeling, chat? The Giants should be a winnable game, but, you know, you don't want to take anybody for granted. It looks like Kansas City is about to score on Cincinnati here. Saying the Giants are an easy dub. We'll see. Did I miss any supers while I was doing that? No, we good. All right, let me see what the OBR is doing. All right. Well, Would somebody want to still like somebody? The Cowboys game's over. I don't care what the Cowboys did this week. Every week's different. Every week's different. You can't do that to yourself. It's like, oh, the Cowboys aren't even good, and then they did this to us. Every week's different, bro. We're gonna blow out somebody that the Cowboys lose to at some point during this season, and it ain't gonna mean shit. You can't do that. It's stupid to do it. Well, not stupid. It's just there's no point to it. It doesn't say anything good or bad about what your team is going through. It's just there. Let's go some scores around the league here. Well, we still can. And then I'm going to head out here. The Cardinals up 21-0 already on the Rams. They get up quick there in Arizona. Bengals, Chiefs tied at 3. Big goal line stand by Cincinnati. Saints beat the Cowboys 44-19. Jeez. Buccaneers beat the Lions 20-16. That's a big win for the Buccaneers right there. They might be for real, y'all. The Colts lose 10-6 to the Packers. The Jets 24-17. They beat out the Titans there. I know it got a little tight there. Will Levis led scoring. Was a leading passer in that game, so that's interesting to look at. The 49ers lose to the Vikings. Shocking. Seahawks, Patriots. Seahawks beat the Patriots. The Commanders beat the Giants. The Chargers beat down on the Panthers. Good Lord. The Browns beat the Jaguars. We watched that here. And then obviously the Raiders lose to the Ravens here. And the Ravens start 0-2. So we'll see how things go there. Aaron Rodgers had 176, 2 touchdowns, 18 of 30. Not bad. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers ain't the problem there in New York. Yeah, week to week, man. Got to go 1-0 every week. The Browns are trying to go 1-0. Everybody's trying to go 1-0. So we'll see where it goes. But good step in the right direction for the Cleveland Browns. Would have liked them to win that game a little bit more decisively, but still, step in the right direction. Progress is progress. Let's see what they do next week. But I want to appreciate y'all for joining the live. We will talk about this more with the uploads I'll have. And y'all know me, I'm going to have uploads up, including